Would you ever let me be a part? Something that I am, or maybe something that I'm not. Do tell, would you let your light show? If you saw, would you then let me know?
Yay! And we're live on a Monday evening. Hello. Oh, Ho sent you already. Good Lord. Evening, people. Ho sent us. Good evening, Darth Sean. Good evening, Don Fulio. How are you guys doing this evening?
Good. Just annoyed with everyone.
Hey, how's
Don
it?
Fulio?
I don't know if you guys can
How's
hear me.
it? Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. You're coming through amazingly. Yeah, we got the entire tech crew here. Good evening, all you fabulous people. Good evening. Host sent us. The host. Wow, that's a cool one. The host horde. Mario the Greek. Host horde. Oh, well, that's very awesome of you, Landy. Oh, thank you, Landy Van Wingard. And all the usuals are here. All you awesome people just hanging out.
Matthew said what?
Matthew's being a dick already.
Yeah, no, it's
You're allowed damage good. I mean, Darth Sean out of the cage.
I bet Darth Sean will take an hour to read this message. Ha! Proved you wrong.
Chest pains. I came here all by myself. No one forced her to. And we got Peter. Peter Savenga, you're supposed to be joining us. Are you joining us, Mr. Peter? Mr. Peter Savenga.
What's good, chaps?
Hi. So how are you, Don Fulio?
Yeah, I'm good. No complaints. Nice to see your face. And Sean, as always, your avatar.
Thank you so much.
Your avatar.
Yeah, your avatar. You know, I know the lingo.
The lingo, you know how to talk to the
lingo.
people.
Avatar. I saw the movie.
Oh, the
A lot of blue.
Okay.
A lot of blue.
A lot of blue.
A lot of blue. Way too much blue. Way too much blue.
How you guys been doing?
Good and you. I mean, yeah, it's just going absolutely amazing. Had a great weekend, chilled, did absolutely as little as possible. But yeah, it was super fun. Wow,
Means you haven't been reading the news.
No, I have not. I see. This is what I try and do on a weekend. On a weekend, I put it off. Like the only anything news related I watched. Damn it, Ronaldo! Thank you. I was going to say that the only news related shit I watched was I saw Ronaldo. I was watching a bit of Ronaldo on Saturday, and that was the extent of my news. Otherwise, like on a Sunday, I try not to go on Twitter because I just get angry. I'm like, what a taka, you know?
Yeah. What did you do?
And it's only Monday.
Yeah, exactly. It's Monday. It's the day starts. I just need one day of no news.
Only Monday. We've got the whole week to look forward to.
Exactly.
What did you do on Sunday, Mork?
Now you're gonna tune me, aren't you? I bride on Sunday. I bride on Sunday.
Okay. Look, I'm highly pissed off with everyone. Everyone was like on Saturday. Let's do the hashtag beat your meat for Mork. And you know what? If you go on to Twitter and you type that in,
there's only one tweet.
There's one fucking tweet, and it's from me. And you know, I represent it. You all dropped the ball.
I am so sorry. I told you I put my phone away and I came back. A couple of hours later, I'm like, oh yeah, Sean sent a message in the group, and I was like, who put the hashtag? And I'm like, oh fuck, I already bride and eated and didn't take a single photo. I'm sorry. I let the team down, and everybody else did. The only person that didn't was. Thank you, Charmaine. You're absolute amazing. I'll see how Blow Movies raise you a super chat. It's like the Super Chat Wars. That's a war I can get behind. There we go. Okay, everything's sorted. Everything's working fine. Good evening, y'all. It's good having everybody here. Yeah, beat your meat for Mork. Yeah, I did drop the ball.
Such a sore subject. It's because I did two. I did only
Sorry.
Bryce. I did one like
Just
that,
we
and
can
then I
do
did one
together.
for.
X-ray emoji donated
It's still
140
just one
South
moron
African
on
rand. I'll see
X
his blue movies
posting
and
something
raise him a
and no
stripper
one
chat.
understands it.
Smiley face emoji, rolling on the floor laughing
Just
emoji.
me. Just I represent.
Like
What
most
I
of
look
X.
You
Yeah.
did your part. I'm sorry.
I did my part, and everyone let
You
me
did your
down.
part. Everyone dropped the ball. Everybody.
Yeah. But what you guys can do is go like it. Go like the post.
Okay, we will. Definitely will. Why is this thing being stupid again?
Matthew, fuck off.
What is Matthew saying?
I saw that.
Wild Darth Short. I know you like beating your meat, but wouldn't post it on
Stripper
X.
chat. Stripper chat gets hair. Apparently, you have to show hair, and then later on they're going to talk. And when they start the stripper chats get too high. Eventually, it's going to be like the channel's going to get demonetized because then I have to like take out the family jewels and then just show them a cup and go,
Show
here we
the
go.
titties. Show me them titties.
Oh God, no, we can't do that.
That's true.
Yeah, cool. And so, Don Fulio, how have you been, sir?
Is he there?
Fulio?
Don?
I don't know. He said he was having a bit of connection issue, but
That's fine. Well, when he kicks in again,
fine.
we can talk.
he'll kick in now. He's in and out of stream. You can always disconnect and reconnect. It's totally cool.
Yeah.
Why is this thing
And
working? There we go. There you go. Be back. I was trying to do this thing where you log into your back end of your YouTube, but I just can't seem to get there. It's just
Heidi, toes. We want to see toes.
would you just log into that back end demo?
yeah. There you go. I think I'm in. Oh, okay, cool. I'm in. Now I can see what happens. There we go. That's much better. Yay! I'm a smart person. Hey, Rib is here as well. Good evening, Rib.
Gone. It's become gone Fulio. Classic rib. Nice one.
We got Kevin's here. Hello, Kevin. Andre van Graan. A little bits for a little. It's
I clearly don't
that's
have
how
a
they
better
roll.
connection than Sean currently.
Just right out
You
the
are-
back.
Only hangs out with
Are you
people
on the
with
road?
terrible connections.
It's like listen. This is
I'll
the
take it.
cheap chat, guys. This is not the high production value
I'm actually at home.
Ronaldo host stream. This is a listen.
Yeah, sorry.
We're down to earth. Things break here. We don't have
It's
guests. Don't have data. They like the
But yeah.
connections drop. Don't even have cameras.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
okay. Let's see if I can sort out this connection issue.
So 1 of 44 wants to know who is Don Fulio and does he have better Wi-Fi connection than? No, he doesn't. He does not have a better connection than. Usually he does. He's pretty well connected when it comes to.
Wow.
And we've got Dom Pete here, who's our fellow.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, gentlemen.
How's it, homie? Cool name.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I
What
figured
is none of you like going to do a camera? This is the thing. I'm not Ronaldo and I'm not Joe.
I think
can-
Pete has to.
I can hook up my stuff,
Well-
just to level up this BE situation for you. So if you can
That's
give
what I
me-
was about to say. I was about to say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
give
I
you
mean
that.
you're a BE recipient. Come on,
yeah,
Peter.
yeah.
What's this horse shit?
Yeah, you did sign the contract. All right, cool. Thank you. I'll see you guys.
Look,
Give me a second. I just want to redo the thing. All right.
I don't necessarily want to be a public figure in that sense.
No, you don't have to. That's a lot of people
you know what
are.
I mean.
We
I
support
still-
anonymity on this
I
channel.
still believe in our right to privacy, even though nothing's really private. I can still delude myself.
Yeah, I do the same.
Franco Kutsi is asking, can someone link us the tweet? Which is it? Is it the hashtag?
The single
BTB for
tweet.
Mork?
This literally just go look for that hashtag. It's literally
Just
hashtag
type in
beat
the
your meat
hashtag.
for Mork.
Yeah.
And you'll
Traffic
find it. There's only
connection was
one
a bit
tweet
more
on
stable.
X.
Yeah,
there we go.
Tweet.
Peter's based. Be more like Peter. These are truth. These are words of truth. 100% correct.
I'll just have it well connected.
Reese, my darling. Good evening to you and Whistler. I need to get Ronaldo to record that for me, and I can just hit the button. I can hit the little audio button, and you can do like the
Just them playing it, yeah.
like that thing or something like that. See the production value is getting there, guys. It's getting there. I spent the whole day building a Discord channel for the people here because I think everybody's got a WhatsApp thing. Telegram's a bit nah, but we're gonna go Discord because it's super fun. I'd rather be an action figure than a public figure.
I'd like to be an action figure.
But they'd have to melt you down to plastic, Rib, and that's not fun. Apparently, it's not fun.
Oh, Whistler is live streaming on Twitch.
I see. And if you guys better go follow Whistler if you're not following Whistler. What part of France are you from? This is from Twitch. I'm not from France. This is we speak English here in South Africa. We are from the Big Table Mountain. That's where we're from. So not France, but thank you for asking, good sir.
I'm from Paris. I'm sitting there by the Eiffel Tower.
Paris. It's not the same.
Paris.
Not the same. Wait, I saw Spoon in the
there's
chat
a lot
as
of
well.
puddles up there.
Spoon was there earlier.
Yeah, I saw Spoon. Spoon came
I
and
think
went.
he said he's dressed like you, so...
That's scary.
Yes, it's just
scary that Spoon's... What? I'm trying to follow the chat. It's just a lot. Jeez, every time Ronaldo does this, just a whole bunch of people just...
Spoon's still here. He says he's still
They
here.
said
how's
African
it, Spoon?
France.
Hello, Spoon. Good evening. Sorry, I didn't greet you correctly. How's it, good
South
sir?
African
Good to see you. Spoon is overrated. Matthew, you take that back. Matthew likes to cause friction, drama.
Stirring.
Underrated.
Why did we kick off the BEE connection?
No, because he had to. He's gonna go get he's gonna get his white camera because the black camera didn't work properly. Oh, did I just? Kidding. It was a joke, guys. Thank you so much, Ronaldo. You are a squire and gentleman, good sir. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. You are absolutely amazing. And yeah, if you guys haven't, go watch Ronaldo's video on the one with the Kip. I want to know how you did that vibe with Johan Steenhuisen, that cover of your video from today, or was it on Saturday yesterday? It was absolutely cuck funny. I was like, what? Bit of AI, I think. Very, very cool. Oh yes, let's find out. Did Matthew, did you hook up with Lindy on Saturday? You in the car and stuff?
Was he on his way there?
He was trying to punish her. Lacquer boys. How's it, Punisher? Good evening, sir. Could be a lady. Is also a lady Punisher. That's totally fine. No one. Totally
We're
fine
not
to be.
discriminating, yeah.
We're not discriminating. No. Ladies can be Punishers too. Ooh,
Oh,
all the way
somebody
from-
wants to see some toes.
So just slowly. I was doing the thing. You know what? I'm gonna get a buck. You remember that? What was that chick's name? Amaranth. She used to do that vibe where she just sit in the pool. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna get a bucket of water here, and then I'll put the thing in slow mo, and I'll stick my head in the water, and I'll do that Baywatch thing, where you just flip it over backwards in slow mo.
What is crazy is that she built generational wealth doing that.
I know, just from that thing, dude. I saw there was a channel. I found a channel on what was it? Not Plex. There's some channel where it's like 24-hour Baywatch. I just want to read this one comment. I used Google Image. Ronald said he used Google Image for that. Put an image of Grok. You'd make Johan look like he's shitting himself. There we go. How can we fix this now? What would be a good?
BE
Let's do it-
represented.
let's do it like that. How's that? That's a cool layout.
There
You
you
guys
go.
happy with
That's
that
a lot
layout?
better. That's a little bit too close, but that's good. What's up, fellas?
How's it, sir?
How's it?
So
Don
Sean's on
Pedro.
Don Fulio's on my side, and then Darth Sean is on Peter's side.
Cool. Hey, Peter.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Wow.
It's been a while.
Calling you,
How
man.
you, buddy? Yeah, it's been ages.
I'm
How you
good.
doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm having focus issues, man. You guys put me on the
That's-
Me
spot.
too,
okay.
but I think it's the weed.
Is it? Could it be?
It says edible.
I wonder
Evidal.
if you could guess which strain. You guys professional.
What?
Which strain?
Which strain?
Which strain? Yeah, I think this is oil that they've put in there. Like, I'm not quite sure how they make it, but I'm happy they do. You know, I've
You got
never,
an oil-
I've
that
never got into
oil
the
Evidal.
semantics of it. You know what I mean?
It's that strain
um,
that you want that helps you to fold the dishes.
Oh, I love washing.
Oh
Okay.
God, Jesus!
Precise. Hey, what's up?
It's just jokes. Everyone's just got jokes tonight.
Well, thanks for having me.
Racist sativa.
Matthew Dixon at the aristocrat. Fuck, I can't even speak
I see.
now.
I did the same
Um,
thing.
Just a spoon,
Yeah,
yeah.
you Tencel watched your Rumble stream from a couple of days ago, got bored and left after 5 minutes.
Yes, he's
Just
Just
like
Matthew's just
you.
out here throwing
He's
shade,
just
eh?
on,
Yes.
he's on it.
Hey, listen,
Matt-
my face isn't out of focus. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's mine, I think.
No, it's just a slight focus, but it's okay. See, yeah, look, yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Focus on hand. There we go. Focus on me. There we go. Yeah, I think it's like. Do you have autofocus?
Me, I don't know.
Yeah.
if I do.
Looks like your autofocus is maybe off.
What you
Honestly,
could
I
do
don't
is
know.
you could get that. I know mime artists use it. It's like a white facial paint that you could.
Oh, yeah.
Like that.
I gotta get a makeup department.
But no, listen. That's the thing is Peter can do that, and nothing will
That's
happen
not
to
going to
him.
get him cancelled, yeah.
No. He'll actually like he'll be okay. He'll be like people will
There's
go.
no
Listen, this
notoriety
guy's
there.
awesome.
Oh
People
yeah.
won't
Yeah, I
even
know.
care. They'll just be like, why are you not next to the freeway working? So that we can tax you. Fucking government. Anyways, sorry.
Sounds like profit to me.
I mean, this is a terrible conversation to start off with. But
Yeah,
anyway,
this is we just
all in the
right
name
off
of
the
joke,
wrong foot.
right?
I'm just
Yeah.
looking here, and we're demonetized. No, I'm kidding. We're not.
So Peter, what you been up
Yeah.
to?
Yeah, Peter.
Absolutely nothing, guys. I've been trying to lay
Nothing?
low. Yeah, this whole weekend, just trying to chill. Avoiding the storms outside and all of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, dude,
Ah,
it's been
dude, hey,
raining hard.
Yeah.
Have you seen what's
in the
have you guys seen
Western
what's
Cape? It's been
coming?
wild.
Have you seen what's coming this week? If you're in
That's
Cape Town,
totally your porn.
It's-
Your porn JPEG.
it's just no.
It's not all time JPEG.
It's just rain. There's
What's
nothing
coming?
but rain headed this week. It's just going to be like I think from tomorrow, Tuesday,
so
Wednesday,
like
all the way
last
until
week,
next
awesome.
week, Tuesday. It's just going to be like for the next week or so. It's just absolute rainy weather, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be
Hey,
terrible.
guy, chill with.
Yeah.
Well, that's winter for you.
Mess up your palm there, bro.
What's that, Peter?
I said it's going to mess up his hair situation. I know he's
Yeah,
he's got a.
it's okay. I'll
He's
just
always-
use a proper blow dryer.
He's always hiding that hair under a cap. He can't take it out in public.
Oh,
The
there
world's
you go.
not
Yeah, no,
ready
I
for
can't.
it.
I like
24/7,
I'm
you know. There's
I'm not that
with
sexy in
great power
public.
comes great responsibility.
So what? There we go. Oh, Reese, evening, good sir. Your aristocratic utensil, sploon in the house. Yeah, Reese says she's happy. She's in Joburg, so she's going to have a nice dry weekend, nice dry week. No rain, no cold, no freezing. But it's okay. Like I've said before, I kind of enjoy the good cold weather. I think it's good for me. I like it. I like it a lot.
Do you double up on socks and stuff like that.
Dude, that's the thing that's like right now I'm going, oh fuck, you know what? My toes are cold. That's the only thing I get cold. I've got a big, nice, thick hoodie on. And I don't like slippers. The wife's got those sheepskin slippers, and I don't like slippers. And also, it's like, you know, where are you going to find a size 13 slipper? You know, it's just
Emu.
no, man. It's probably gonna get you, and it's gonna be made from like synthetic. I don't know. You'll probably get like fucking, what do you call it, like nuclear like disease or whatever, wearing like this weird.
Okay, wait, so you just wear
Fake
socks then
sheeps.
in the house?
Yeah, I just wear socks in the house. What do you mean?
I would just
Do you
Just
not
slip
get
on-
like holes in your socks? Don't they wear out? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, but I just buy new ones. Like they're gonna wear out over like a period. I'm not
Oh,
running
that's
through
right.
the house
Yeah.
like skiing on the
That's
on the
YouTube
stuff. I'm
money
like,
now, Mr. YouTube money. You can just go buy
Yeah,
a whole
no,
bunch of socks.
it's gonna go buy-
Yo.
bro, socks are cheap. What are you talking about? You can buy some cheap pair of socks.
No, I don't buy cheap socks. I buy decent socks.
Old
Red
Rube
Fun.
here. I'm enjoying this double team. Scream 4 boys 1 cup.
Oh wow. Okay. There you go.
Yo, that went dark really quickly.
Yo.
Very quick. Anyway, so what's happening, guys? Any news? Anything you guys want to talk about? This is just a Monday stream where we just hang out, chat to the chat, and just be kept.
Can I throw something in the hat here real quick?
Go for it. Hoi.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to the rugby, but I'm not quite sure where you guys stand, especially Darth. Like, where do you stand in terms of like the whole rugby thing? What's going on?
I'm
Garth, why
worried
don't you
that if
tell
I
him?
do say something, I'm going to get caught in the street by a couple of like breakers.
Say it. They
because
know
of my
they can't see your
comments.
face. They don't know your
This is not
face.
the first time it's happened.
tone- Tone it down, yeah. Tone it down a little bit, and then just but like
Okay, I don't see the appeal to it. I honestly don't. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good, people are into it. That's great. I got, it's just I don't see the appeal to any sort of like sport. I'm not that type of guy. Like, it's I don't. I
Fair
can't
enough.
sit and watch a game. I'd rather just watch two people play chess for like 8 hours. Like, I don't.
chess. I mean, listen, I'd probably watch rugby before I watch people play chess.
No, I just it's the equivalent of like chess.
Why
to
would
me.
you
Like, I
watch
just
people
don't-
just play chess when you can just watch bots play chess?
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah.
watch bots play chess before I
Yeah, but
watch.
I'm just saying, like, I don't really have an opinion about it. Like, people are into it. That's into it. That's great.
You're not
Good
into
for
it.
them.
So basically, long story short, you're not into
Yeah.
rugby. That's
Yeah, I'm not into it. Yeah,
so basically
Yeah,
you've
but,
just offended our
go-
guest.
Go sports. Whatever. Like, it's all cool. Yeah,
Well, that's fair.
No, yeah, I'm also. I mean, I went and played in primary school, and when I got the ball, headed in the wrong direction, and then made it under the poles and realized, oh, everybody's laughing at me,
yeah.
with me, And then I was like, oh, this is lame. I think I'm going to do athletics instead. And that's kind of where rugby sort of ended for me. However, I come from a home of serious rugby supporters. My friends are serious rugby supporters. The game is South African as South African can be. I don't care who goes, but it comes from here. Who cares? South Africans
Celebrate.
play rugby, and they play fucking rugby well. And I can appreciate that part of it, and there's
Really.
hiss and there's spirit, and it's it's as a game, it was part of our national identity, especially when the country changed. So there's a lot of history there, good and bad, I'm sure, like fucking anything in today's world, right? Everything is just linked to some kind of terrible other thing, like nothing could just be like,
I think
but
for me, what's nice.
but I still don't know the rules. I don't know how it works. I also don't watch it. My friends I've been in rooms where people are watching the World Cup final and they're gonna win, and I'm like chilling on the couch doing something else with, and not out of disrespect. I just don't know what I'm looking at after all these years. I've never sat down and gone, okay, how does this game work?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I still don't.
Give me
I'm sorry, I'm
digital
totally with
car
you.
soccer. and you'll get all my attention.
Oh, there we go. There we go. But see the thing, that's the I don't still understand how why they have a scrum. I that's the extent. Okay, cool. I know what side is what side, but don't ask me why people have to scrum. I'm just like, I don't know. It's like
watch it
something's happened.
I'm not like,
For me, the biggest appeal about it is like the get together. You know, like when someone invites me to like, you know, I know like our office is doing some sort of like get together with like, you know, they're going to put the rugby on. I like the get together. Like we sit, we chat, we drink some beers. They shout. I don't know why we're shouting, but I join in.
so the tradition behind it.
I appreciate that as well.
Like, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I normally when I'm in the room, I just go, tell me what team to like cheer for, and I'm game.
So,
you know, I don't want to.
So who are the Booker playing on the weekend? Or are you excited for the game that just passed? Or they're playing again?
I think there's another one coming up on the 5th.
Okay, nice.
July. That's in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I saw parts of the game on Saturday, but I have no educated opinion on what was happening. But I did dig the Qatari plane flying over the stadium. That shot looked pretty fucking amazing. When they it's a whole thing. It's it's an event. Shit's happening. I saw pictures of the plane like flying over the stadium.
Spoons asks, "How are you South African and not what? How are you a South African and not a rugby fan? Bloody sacrilege!"
Yeah, well,
I think Spoon also asks, "How are we having a discussion about rugby and not have somebody that supports rugby?" Next time, Spoon. Next time, we're gonna have you next time. Spoon's been on so many times. Spoon's like, "Why am I not on the thing? Why am I not on the thing?"
Don Pedro supports rugby.
Got limited.
Spoon loves his rugby.
Yeah.
So I think
There's lots
for
of
the
people
people that
doing. I
are
appreciate
watching,
that.
for the people that are watching rugby, I think the 5th Springboks are playing
three of us
Italy.
are
I
the
don't know.
least rugby
Italy
people
had
ever.
a team.
Italy's no, the Italy.
Yeah.
What?
Italy
Okay, so
had
I know more than Don does. I know they have a team at least.
I don't know why you're bragging about it. It's not like
I just don't
made
know.
claim to my own knowledge of it.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's like I'm like, to me, it's going like, how would they have a team? Only the thing is like how big football is. I'm like, how would they allow them to have a team? Like the Italian government come along going, what, rugby? You're going to take away people watching football? No, it's not happening. They just go like, no.
Yeah, there's Georgia. They've got a team. France.
Oh yes, they got a pretty strong team actually.
Are you Googling this now, aren't you, Dotron?
No,
like,
it's literally it's on
team?
like our like
He
office
can't-
group. They sent down like the breakdown when
If
it's
you have to
playing. and I
Google
was
it,
like,
his connection would crash.
yeah,
He's not a lot of data. He can't Google rugby.
Can't handle that data. Yeah.
Can't handle the Google search and the stream.
Darth Sean is too busy beating his meat. Yeah, alone.
That's what he does. That's what he does. Well, I mean, that's how you beat your meat with friends. It's like, well, fuck are you? What? What?
Yeah, it's a communal event, right? Is that it?
It's a communal event.
You wanna-
yeah.
Do you want to do it right now?
I didn't get that memo.
I mean, I can.
No, don't fucking do that.
All right.
Do it on X.
I'll hold it
It's
back.
allowed there.
Yeah, you can do it
I'll
on
go
X,
on
dude.
X. Yeah.
It's allowed to. You're allowed to do it on X. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of whammons doing the beating their meat on X. Just be careful what you Google. Once you, but at least it's not like Instagram. Once you look at one, they don't just keep
food.
you. Elon's put in nice restrictions of that. It's nice.
So your algorithm isn't flooded.
Yeah, like my Instagram algorithm is absolutely. I was like, I didn't even want to go in anymore. I'm like, I'm scared someone sees this. I clicked on my feed the other day, just like what I search, and it's just like, oh God, why? And it's only because like I went through this 2 weeks of like showing a couple of my friends this whole like, oh my God, look at the Insta hoes doing like, you know, showing their nun off in like the mirror. You got the video, and it's like, you know, it's like all just makeup, and all of a sudden there's a little mirror, and you just see vag, and you're going, what the? And then you have to rewind, and then I go to my wife, and I'm like, oh my God, look here, and I'm like, back to the video, and I go to the profile and go, oh my God, she's doing it everywhere. What a sleaze bag. And then next thing you know, like a week later, it's just like, just hoe fest.
That's it.
Taser hose everywhere.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the checkbox on the application for the trademark on taser hose.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Pete's got to be part of it because like we want to make sure that we can deal with the government. You know what I mean? So of course, that's how you do it.
That's that.
So are you looking forward to the rugby, Pete? You didn't actually say.
No, I am. I'm looking forward to the rugby, but I was just kind of wondering who else is into it. But yeah, I'll shut up after this because I know.
No, you don't have to shut. What do you mean to shut up?
I mean, we can
invited to
chat
speak.
rugby. I wouldn't know what to contribute. I'd be like,
Well,
okay,
there's nothing
I know we
much
won a
more-
couple of World Cups, and there's
Yeah, I know that.
things around rugby,
Yeah.
and like we're fucking good at it, and the All Blacks seem to also be pretty good at it. Like,
Why is
and-
the ball shaped like an egg? Like I'm just
I mean,
like
I've been to the tens before, and that was fucking fun. Like,
But
all
why
those
is
international
the
teams, or is it the sevens where they just play 7 minutes?
I think it's the
aside or some shit?
sevens.
See, that's
But why is the
That
ball shaped like
that
an
was
egg?
pretty rad.
Why is the ball shaped like an egg? Is it like
philosophical? I have no idea.
like why? Is it just like, listen, let's make it harder for people so then when you throw it, it bounces a different way? Is that why?
It encourages you not to drop it, because if you drop it, it's a fuck up.
Yeah, because then it's just like, oh my god, there it is. Oh, there it goes that way.
Motivation. Human motivation.
You know what I mean? Like well, it encourages you to be good at catching them, but you better catch that fucking ball.
But I mean, it's like it's random. You can't be good at catching it. You can't be good at kicking it at someone because it'll like.
Dude, those guys have played with so many balls. They know how to drop it and where it's going to go and where to catch it.
Oh, that sounded. What are you saying about the rugby team? Are you saying they play with balls? They like playing with balls.
I'm saying they play with their balls analytically and professionally.
Rip actually said it's not shaped like an egg. It's shaped like a testicle because rugby is manly.
There you go. There you go. Now you got the truth. Facts. Just dropping facts.
You chopped it up right there.
Wait, I'm hearing.
I think the truth is I'm intimidated
Soccer
by
is
the
a
rugby
low-scoring
guys.
sport, much like marriage. RJ.
Was that what? Because the ostrich was the first.
It's only been when you've been married for a while.
I just
the first-
I didn't realize the EFF invented rugby.
I don't know about that one. I'm gonna. Can we double check that?
I don't know.
We're getting into it now,
Jamie,
aren't we?
can you? Yeah.
Wait, Spoon goes. If your balls are shaped like a rugby ball, you need to go see someone about that.
Yes,
I would
you should
definitely
see
go
somebody about
to the
that.
doctor.
I highly agree.
Go to the doctor immediately, Rib. Just ask the nurse to just feel. It sounds like you have one massive lump on either side of your one or both.
But also,
The shape of the ball is designed to frustrate the boots. Oh, that is funny.
Oh god, that's fucking hilarious. That was a good one.
The EFF thing is a lie. Shit, I'm so glad that was cleared up. I almost believed it.
Oh, okay. Listen, I almost thought they invented more
it's good.
things.
Thanks for that. Our lump's not good.
Wait, my balls shouldn't be a rugby.
Dude, what is right?
Such a weird conversation.
Our lump's not
Well,
good.
you know.
Hi, welcome to your episode of WebMD Live. Well, wait, have you guys ever done that? Have you ever like Google searched your symptoms? And it's always the same thing. You either have cancer or you've got a heart attack about to come. Like I one time I went like, there's this funny thing on my ear, and I was like, a funny thing on ear. Could it be a spider bite? And it's like, no, you've got cancer. And I'm like, what? Or like, go see a thing about your heart. I'm going like, no. Now I'm stressing out now just because, not because your heart palpitating, you are going to die.
You shouldn't Google fucking anything about your health at all.
Well,
Just pure.
Have you just ever read the possible side effects of the medication you're taking? I mean, that's enough.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking any medication. That's why I
Well,
was kind of
are you saying you
worried.
never take medication? Next time you take medication, just read some of the possible side effects and be like,
I'll
okay,
ask my
well,
guy.
there's
I
no
don't.
liability here, is there?
Were
Oh,
you
but I
using
asked my guy, but he doesn't. The packaging doesn't have anything written on it. It's just
Fair
this
enough.
little thing that he gives you, and you're like, you don't even see him quickly. It's just like, hi, here we go, and then it's gone. It's like there's no instructions. It's insane. It's
That's not a
difficult.
doctor.
There's a trust
That's not a
thing.
doctor,
If he
yeah.
winks twice.
But no, he's totally a doctor. He's like, his name is Dr. something.
Dr.
He's got a
Feelgood.
white car. Yeah, Dr. Feelgood. Matthew, I died twice and got cancer. Oh Lord!
I was
Wait,
about to
what
ask you, did you ask ChatGPT or was it the old Google? You know,
this is the old Google.
the old Google.
But
The old Google used to tell me first if I did my symptoms. It told me that first it's not lupus, but then after that, again it started.
Thanks
with
for
it's
that
not.
positive reinforcement, Google. Don't be evil.
For my years.
Look, but now think if you think about it, like let's just project that further. How many people do you think read that? Because I mean, we've heard the stories of people using like GPS and then driving off a cliff. How many people have gone like, Google goes, oh no, you've got.
Well, I clearly don't know how to use GPS.
Like, oh, it's not worth it.
Because I've
Then
been
just
using it for years and it's been pretty good, I must say.
yeah, but I mean, like, there are those people. Imagine you reading the news, like a WebMD goes, okay, no, you've got like the serious thing, you don't have
Dumb
long,
people.
and they just go like jump off a building or something. Like how many people?
I
Like
said, Thomas,
I
with
wonder
your cock, né?
Oh no, you gotta
No,
chop
that's
off your
true.
leg. You gotta chop off your leg.
Yeah, I'll just do it at home. A funny medical thing is, do you know the amount? Apparently, the amount of things that doctors like. I think there's a list of the amount of things that doctors take out of bums is apparently insane.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I know. It's mostly in America. Apparently, Australia as well. I think. Don't check me on that.
Okay.
I'm just,
What kind of
you know.
objects are we talking about?
I know random things, dude. Like random thing. Imagine what kind of object it must be if it's like if you can't get it out.
Ah, god, what the?
Okay.
Fuck.
Well,
okay, my next
sometimes it just
question.
goes
My
too
next
far
question.
in.
My question is does it start off with like curiosity? I wonder if this could
I
fit
think-
up my ass.
yeah.
Pretty
That's
much.
pretty much, I think. But who
You
has
know,
that?
Is it
I've
just
never had that
boredom?
thought. No, but like you
Exactly.
must be. This is how I
Curiosity
know.
killed the home ornament.
Well, my coffee was really good. You know what?
Yeah, I
wonder if
wonder.
could shove
But I
this crap up
wonder.
my ass.
I wonder. This tastes really good and warm.
This
You know where
coffee
it's cold?
really
In my
looks good
bum.
to me, I don't know why.
But why? But the thing is, why would you? I mean, like, maybe you have that thought as a child, right? You go like, "Ooh, I wonder like what I can stick in my ear," and then you're like, "Oh God, it hurts."
Oh,
But like, imagine being like 35 and then ending up at the doctor going, "I've somehow this remote got stuck all the way up there and I can't get it. I just can't reach it." Like, why would you do? I mean, how bored do you have to be?
As long as you're not single.
yeah, absolutely. You know, basically, I would
It's
render
worse.
that.
It's
a
worse
great
if you're 35 and single and that happens.
No, that's considered research, humanity research.
Yeah.
You know, you volunteered your own
Fair enough.
bullshit for humanity.
Yeah, I don't know if the doctor's going to buy that one. He's going to be like, I
What
need
the-
a girlfriend, dog.
I was doing research, my PhD.
The question is, does your insurance cover for that? Like, is that accidental or?
Yeah, I don't see why that. Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I
Still
suppose it's
cover when you get
accidental.
that. You have to pay extra.
Some
for that.
experimental life, like some experimental medical aid. We should start a company
Charmaine?
like that.
That's a great.
Charmaine says people are pussies nowadays. We used to just rub dirt on our anus and carry on. That's true.
Very
I mean,
sad.
like, when we were kids, there was no like. I mean, we're all pretty much from the same era, right? Like when we were kids, there was nobody was worried about the pedo van. No one was taking. How many kids did you know that took candy from a stranger? No one. No one did that. Like, why is that? Why are kids like, you go like, this is the thing. When I heard this in the beginning, like after a couple of years, I was thinking about this whole Epstein Island, you know, and all the kids. And I'm going like, are they like a whole bunch of dumb kids that went there? Because like, I just wouldn't get in a van with strangers. Like,
Lindy D asks a very good question here. She goes, a rugby ball, does that fit?
oh, Lindy.
Well, that depends. Is it
No.
still inflated or is it deflated? Like, is it the leather one, the more rubbery one? Like, what are we working with here?
Also,
Yeah.
which rugby federation is
I mean, we
it?
need some technical
Yeah.
details here to solve this puzzle.
What are we talking about? Is it you know,
Okay,
high school rugby?
Yeah,
I really
lot
need to change the subject. Oh my god, this is hectic.
Yeah, that's
well,
getting.
you go.
I do- I- I've got a-
I would
I
just
do
like
have
to
a
say I
question.
did not start this, or maybe I
I've got a
did.
question for
It was
Peter.
I'll take blame. Yes, go for it.
Peter, I see. Oh, you're smoking a Hubley, right? Is that a Hubley?
It's a bit of a ugly, yes.
Ah, okay, cool. All right, no, just checking. What is it?
Wow,
a
that's
particular-
great question there, Joshua. Great question.
I just wanted to say anything to change it from sticking shit up the ass. All right.
Well,
That's all I
you
needed to
could
do.
probably do that with a Hubley.
I walked right into
Oh
that.
my
could.
god, we're back at that again. Shit.
But I mean, this
But
is where
we can leave it there.
No, I'm just saying it's weird what people do for like entertainment and but boredom. It's like are those the people that's watched every single thing on Netflix and they're like, I just
Called
can't
the
find
Poseidon,
anything.
what the fuck did Ronaldo get me into?
But that's the thing. It's like you've watched every show on Netflix and then you look at the remote and you're going, I wonder if this could be fun as well.
No.
Well,
No.
you know what? There's people making six figures doing that on a site called.
That's the
OS.
scary part.
You know? So this
Listen,
is the
I was-
reality that we are faced with, unfortunately, whether it's
I
funny
was-
or not funny, or like, you know,
Yeah,
people
no, it's
are
true.
turning it into to early wealth starter kits, you know.
But I
That's
was
why-
thinking,
Not
speaking
realizing that it's there forever, and encryption could become a thing of the past if you pay attention to the future.
I was thinking, right? Like seeing as like OnlyFans, OF is really lucrative, right? Isn't there a way we could start sort of like a fund where we take all the old iPhones or like our old, you know, phones with cameras on, and then we hand it out to sort of, you know, the guys at the traffic lights, and then just go like, you know, start like hobo
Apple
OF.
won't be very happy with that.
No, but I mean, I swear, dude, I watched
Apple won't be happy
whatever the
with you
one.
giving away devices.
No, but I
Make all
watched
this money in the world. They would not be happy.
I watched the
They shut
episode
those
of
things
like
down. No software.
I watched an episode of whatever, and there was like a really like not a good looking lady on there, and she was like, yeah, she's
OnlyFans,
coining it
that's
on OnlyFans, and I'm going like, I like now I have this new thing. I stop at the traffic light, and then the guy's like, oh, you know, he's really like, and I'm like, bro, you just need a fucking telephone. Fuck off. Like, just go get yourself a phone and just start OnlyFans. Because if there's ugly people in the world that are making money on it, you don't need to be at the traffic light. See, we never look at the bad. We always look at the downside of things. We look at the positives of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, for sure. But I mean, there's an interesting case to be made for Starlink then in that case, right? Because people
Yeah,
on the
there
side of the road
exactly.
will have access to the internet.
Yeah.
Maybe
Exactly.
getting a phone is one thing. People will donate phones and all these different things. I mean, I've
Yeah.
seen guys before. If this guy had a bank account, I'd show him how to set up a Yoko and buy him a cheap Yoko. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because some people just need a little bit of help,
A little help.
you know?
Encouragement.
And unfortunately,
a
well,
little
the
bit of
government
boost.
doesn't really truly provide for the people
Yeah.
who have
That's-
fallen
that's
out of
actually-
society, and neither do the people who are still in society. And a
I
lot
agree
of
with that.
people on this planet are just a couple of steps away from falling out of society, and then possibly struggling to regain a footing in society, or never regaining one at all. And that's just the nature of the world that we live in. I hate to be a Debbie fucking Downer here.
No, it's true.
But if we had internet access for the poor, we would be able to help. People would help. People would give phones. The majority of people are good people.
Yeah, of course. No, I totally agree with you.
I do think that their begging will go to a whole new another level, though.
No,
Yeah,
but
but the
listen,
cool
no,
thing
but
is you'll be able to
more
beg back
sophisticated.
because they can just transfer some money to you as well.
I've got enough
You can
problems
stop
on
at the robot
Instagram.
and be like, hey,
I don't want to browse Instagram and suddenly I have to not make eye contact with someone that's on Instagram video, telling me about, oh, please help.
Jesus, dude. No, but listen, I think Don Fulio makes an actual great argument. It's like, listen, here's the two hypothetical. Would you, well, not a hypothetical, would you rather give your charity to the government and the government decides to keep 90% of it, like 99%, and hand out 1%, or would you rather just keep that and just give it to whoever the fuck you feel like doing it? I think if the government took less of your money, I'd be more going like, you know what, if this guy had one of those like, Yoko vibes where you can just scan the QR code, you can donate him a 10 or a 20, I would rather do that. But you know what, I don't feel like doing that when the government's taking half my salary, and I'm just like, no, like go.
well,
That's
the biggest issue for me when I'm in those situations is that I don't carry cash anymore. You know what I mean? Like cash has
neither do I.
become
Yeah,
a very
Yeah.
sort of like it's just not something that I have. Plus, if I do have it, SARS want to know where I got it from.
It's almost a liability, right? It's almost like a liability.
yeah,
If you
no,
have
of course
cash,
it is.
There's that, but it's also just been forced. The cashless society has been sort of generated for us, and we have no choice. That's the bigger element to it. People are accepting of technology and all of this stuff without too much thought of the repercussions, and the problem is it becomes baked into the way we live. And I say that being somebody who is baked into that system, like that's how I'm forced to live. Forced.
I mean, you are a
Unless I
croissant.
want to go live on the reserve, and then all my mates are like, yes, you got Darshawn's Wi-Fi. What's going on?
I love this comment from RJ. SARS is the worst Mr. Beast version. No, but this is true. Listen, like what Joe Jeff just said. It's like going like, listen, if government actually worked, it would. I mean, like, what are we like reading this? I mean, the amount of corruption that's just the money is gone. Imagine that went to people and actually help them, but it's not. It's not going there. It just ends up. I would prefer to donate to who I feel to donate to, as opposed to having the government donate on my behalf. Like, just fuck right off. You know what I mean? I would actually be incentivized. I'd go like, listen, imagine you could go at the end of the month, instead of, you can just go, okay, cool. How much money have you just randomly given? Because we can search the QR codes and we can see what money that go to. You get a rebate on your like, I don't know, your tax bill at the end of the month, because you've donated 5%. You've donated like $1,000 to random people, and they can see, oh, okay, this wasn't a, there's a certain QR code. The guy gets like a certain bourbon. It's a green bourbon or some shit. And then we know this guy's under the bread line. We know this guy is going hungry. Fuck, it becomes actually very complicated. But I mean, you could manage in this today's society. Yeah, people are still going to drip with that system, but it kind of feels like better. I would rather prefer that than just random government taking money and going, no, we're giving it to the poor. Promise you guys.
Yeah, it's a bit shaky. There's no like. It's just way too shaky. Plus, if you look at it from a different angle, if you are a pro-government person, just the track record. I mean, if you were to audit the track record, the success rate, I mean,
you're right, sure.
you wouldn't in your right mind think about that. Yeah,
never.
But that's not limited to our government, right? That's governments around the world. Like, there's lots of governments who can't pass their audits for their senates or their this or their that. They're just like, we don't know where that couple of trillion went, and not all governments, but most governments, they all. It's the thing is, and especially taxpayer-funded governments, like, we know they're not completely funded by the taxpayer, but the money that comes in from all the different corporations and all the different other countries in loans and aids never makes it to anybody that is below that, you know what I mean? Like that, below that political elite class. And this is a worldwide thing again, not just
Walter
focused on our
has
country.
become a member.
But our country is a great example of that shit.
Yeah.
It's normalized. It's normalized behavior.
I do wonder though, has there? I think we can all agree, but has there ever been a system where I'm trying to figure out whether we're being idealistic here or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, no, where's the realistic angle where, kind of do need a bit of government, someone's got to run the cops and stuff like this.
Yeah. No, totally.
And I'm not a
Yeah.
guy
Well,
too much
nobody's been doing it for like the last X amount of years. The cops are all getting arrested now. The top crime intelligence, like one of the top crime intelligence appointees was a 29-year-old woman, which I got no problem with that, but they have no prior police experience, never shot a weapon, and you can't be employed by the police and you have weapon training.
Jesus.
Look, this is what was on the news. So if it's propaganda or not propaganda, I don't know. I'm just telling you what the news is telling me to think, right? And it's all through nepotism. So basically nobody has been running the intelligence services, and those who have been running it for personal nepotistic gain and no other reason. There's just no other reason, according to the news. That's the news. So I'm meant to, as a citizen, watch the news and go, oh, wow, this is bad. And the news is like, yeah, this is happening. Nothing else. Not like, oh, well, we should do something about it. Or, oh, the people should, make a plan and get us out of this shit.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like we hear this stuff and then people go like, oh, okay, cool, I heard it. And then like, it's almost like most of the people are goldfish, because when the next election cycle comes, we're like, oh, no, we completely forgot the fact that the current government, be GNU, the ANC, the DA, we like completely forget about the dumb shit they've done. It's like, this entire thing of like, I get it. Like, the DA could just do it. But it's like, how do we forget that they're literally just stealing millions and rands and nothing's trillions of rands and nothing ever happens? No one gets arrested. In any private company, if you are like found guilty of, siphoning off or giving your cousin a tender, it's like you're gone. You're fired instantly. There's not even like no one gets suspended. You are gone. Like criminal proceedings. Like, and then the same assets are going, well, the private sector's what?
Which country is that where there's criminal proceedings and people are getting fired? Is this one of those Narnia things again?
No, I'm talking about the private sector.
It sounds like a Narnia type of thing. Well, the private sector, the private sector are also involved in criminality. Like, let's not play. The economy of the world is based on criminality. It's built on, like currently with the Iran thing, like, Trump knows he needs a wartime economy currently.
Yeah.
He needs a wartime economy because if you have a wartime economy, you can sell the weapons, you can sign the contracts to rebuild the place you're going to help destroy. People have got to eat, right? And like, I've got a friend who's busy working on a job in South America, and they need X amount of equipment supplied for this thing, and everybody in the country, because it's quite a decent sized operation, everybody needs a piece of it. And the equipment that they're supplying is not even like the real deal. It's like fake stuff from China with the real deal's name on it, because other people have gone to work on the job and been like, what is going on here? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? And that's just one example. Like, it's an anecdotal example. Like, but the thing is, we read about this stuff in the news all the time, right? Oh,
yeah.
It's like
there you go. The loud things, and I got confused because I'm high.
It's high. Shit went weird.
Okay, Spoon says Trump does not need a wartime economy, which, I mean, look, the bottom line is they have been involved in proxy wars the entire, since like the 70s, basically. And America produced weapons and tech, and the weapons and the tech are connected to each other. So what are we talking here?
That is, that is also true. Like they've been at war with specific reason. I think that they've been at war because you've got the people, the policy. What's the people the lobbyists from like, you know, what's those major companies going like, listen, you know, like war is good. They
Well,
like
the thing is,
10%
I don't
of
I don't
America
know
is
what's true or not, because
to-
politics is theater, right?
yeah.
But what is
But-
not theater is children being murdered, buildings being blown up in countries that, you know, which there's nothing stopping it from ever happening here. Like, just because we've lived for so long with no carnage from the outside world doesn't mean that's gonna remain the same. You know what I mean?
That's that's
Like,
that's true. I think
sorry. I just yeah, I'm just like Debbie Downer here. Let me go kill myself quick.
No, it's like you make a good thing. It's like I get it. I get the fact. It's like you have those companies. Like, I mean, Spoon points out they're not the people, but I mean, like they still influence some kind of. I mean, they're incentive, not incentivized, but I mean, they're still walking away, like, you know, going, oh great, there's been like under Obama there was a war for how many wars were there? Like 4 wars happening one time. America's been at war since before 9/11, right? Like with thingy's dad, Bush's dad. I mean, like from then till Bill Clinton, it's like there's constantly been wars.
Well,
You know, so it's like
there's this ideology between Christianity and Islam, and then just the West and the East, and the bottom line is that these boomers have become kaboomers.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, they just want to blow shit out. And the rest of the world just wants security, something to eat and somewhere to stay, because we have to rely. If we don't rely, we're not allowed to build, because if you build, it will get taken away. You know, like there's all these threats.
But here's a question, right? So if hypothetically, if some random dude, if let's go, if Spoon started attacking, like, you know, dropping bombs on Peter, right? And then I'm gonna go like, well, you know,
right,
like Peter's my friend, so like I'm gonna have to step in and help Peter out because we're mates, you know, and like, you know, Spoon's enemy. What if, like, hypothetically, I don't know Spoon? Spoon's like a random person I've never met, and he just randomly starts attacking, and I'm there. I'm going, okay, well, I have to step in and stop this. Now I'm also in the fight. I mean, that's kind of like what's happening, you know, on the world stage, right?
Gentlemen,
Spoon, I had my reasons.
I would see why.
RJ was about to ask the same thing. Why does it have to be on Peter?
Okay, that's not Peter. I'm just hypothetical, because we can see Peter and like we can bomb you, Darth Sean. We can bomb you. Let's attack Darth Sean.
Yeah, how about that? How about
Spoon doesn't do it. So wanting to attack Peter.
Would I have been a diplomat? No, I just kind of wanted to ask, like, surely there's never been a time in history, if you stretch out 400 years, if you want to, maybe 1,000. Name me a time when there hasn't been like sort of conflict or some shit going on within superpowers. And then if you scale it over time, like the frequency per decade or per lifetime, I'm thinking the past 2 have been the lowest. The last,
that's actually true.
Presidencies, you know, okay, let's say America's the instigator most of the time, superpower. 400 years in existence, what, 200? Celebrating it.
Yeah.
How many? Yeah. Okay, they've been in. Okay, let's stretch it out in terms of like world conflicts. Since pick the worst one in the past 200.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't. They wouldn't instigate
the worst time. Is this the worst time? And is it unusual? I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. You make a valid point.
I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's pretty shit because I'm alive right now. Which sounds very cunty, but I mean, it's the truth.
Damn, when is it? Album coming out?
Good Lord.
Yeah,
wait, what is Calvin's previous Caleb Knight? What was his previous statement? Sorry, I was trying to see what was missing the chat.
Maybe Spoons was right. We should get a monarchy and, you know, shut this whole shit down for a couple of 100 years. You know,
there's only but he's right. I mean, I agree with you. I think that if you look at over history, I think the last 4 years probably the least amount of wariness we had. We've had, like, you know, like Ukraine and Russia, but it's like it almost feels like it's kind of guerrilla warfare. It's not like on scale, en masse. It's like, like maybe there's 1,000 people fighting each other. Then we've got what's happening in, between like Israel and Palestine, and now Israel and Iran. It's like also it's on a small, I mean, again, it's like, it's fucking relative, right? It's on a small scale, but it's not insane. Like if you had to take the first 50 years of this, like of the previous century, it's like, yeah, no, that was a cuck one. That was an absolute cuck one.
Well,
I mean, like,
according
what,
to
like,
this, the global conflict tracker, there's about 30 odd like serious conflicts happening in the world currently.
what? Serious?
Yeah.
That's 2 rugby
Yeah,
teams.
I'll send you the link.
That's a rugby game.
2 rugby teams.
Sorry to bring it back. I mean, just it was fresh in my head. It was fresh in my nugget.
Trying to stick the rugby in any gap.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
man.
just we can insert
I'm a
it.
Listen, man, that's amazing. I love the passion.
I'm trying to tell Spoons I'm a patriot. I don't think he believes.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I sent it to you.
No,
Mork.
but that's also, I mean, that's sorry, what did you send me on?
Oh, just on WhatsApp thing.
Okay. Why is my WhatsApp being?
But yeah, look, I mean, I didn't have to grow up digging trenches, so
Yeah.
I'm weak.
Wow.
Like if there was a conflict, I would be cannon fodder.
Oh,
If there was
I don't wanna
realistic about
fight
it.
in
I
a
would like
war.
to hope that I would fight. I would like to hope that I'd fight, but
I don't
My-
want to. And also, sorry, no, Karen.
my humor is very kill me now. So kill me now, please, sir.
Can I use you? Can I?
Just my
Where do you
fucking.
think Matthew Dickinson would be like when it comes down to it?
I think
He's
he's like
been-
a. He's like.
Talks a lot, right?
I think he'd
No,
be
no,
like.
I
I love
maybe
this
if
spoon
war
calls
comes
this a
down to
panel.
it.
He'd push everyone out into the line of fire
Yeah, he would.
and then still
he would-
crack a joke that the guy didn't take the bullet correctly.
Yeah, he would use Don Fulio as his human shield, and Don Fulio would be happy
Yeah.
with
And I
that.
would-
He'd be like,
and-
okay, cool. At least I'm
And I
out in
would
the beginning.
enjoy it.
That sounds
Yeah, you're like,
two
at least I don't have to watch
Full
this.
criticism.
I would
It's
even
like-
sign over my last bit of wealth.
That
To
sounds
who?
like Lethal Weapon 7.
And
You know? You know what I mean? It's like in a weird way, apocalyptic Lethal Weapon 7.
I mean, but
Lindy
this-
is asking.
Yeah.
Lindy is asking. Have you always heard people in some churches give 15% of their salaries as mandatory tithing? What the hell? Smells
Mandatory
culty.
tithing?
Saw a YouTube
Yeah,
video
that's
today.
bullshit. Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
no, hold on. Listen, you know what?
That happened. That happens in Pretoria.
Must
No,
be
but
in
I'm.
the East.
You know what? I'm fine with that because they're choosing to do that. You know what? I'm not
No,
fine
no,
with. I'm not
and-
fine with the government putting a gun to. No, but it's not. I mean, it's not mandatory. They can. Here's the thing: they can leave that culty church if they choose to. Right? Try telling SARS that you don't want to pay. Like I'm going to join a different SARS. Try that one out. See if you can do that.
oh fuck, that's true.
You can't. You
You
know.
got a point
That's the thing.
there.
So it's like.
But sometimes some small communities are so dependent on the church and whatnot. If you live in a small town,
Yeah. True.
you're gonna move to. You're gonna move to downtown Bebeja from what are you doing? You got
Yeah.
you know the Germany, you rent from him, and you run the post office. Like where you gonna go? You just don't want to pay
That's
15%. Negotiate 5%, but maybe pay in Bitcoin, but
No, I think like I mean, I think it's like, having a church do that mandatory. I have absolute issues with that. That doesn't sound like a fucking church to me. That sounds like a racket, right? But at the same time, in the same breath, I'm going like, well, you fucking chose to go there. Cough up if you want to. You could choose to leave. You know what I mean?
For me, it's about transparency, right? If they are donating that money and that money is being used for good within the community, and that is visible to everybody in the community,
Yeah.
then
I'm on forward.
I don't care what you're doing with your money as long as it's benefiting you and the people around you, right?
Yeah.
And and if religion is attached to that, then that is what it is. I'm not going to come and tell you, how I feel about it. But if it's helping, then that's amazing. That's what you want. But the problem is, a lot of people get swept up in these things, and then it turns out after time that they were being taken for pussies, because people can be very trusting. Although, I
That's
mean,
true.
that is
Maybe having
changing.
some maybe having some guardrails around that, some official transparency, because you can't hold people accountable without some sort of penalty behind it, show of force. Spoons put a really good point prior, like, there has to be consequences if you break the social contract, etc.
Yes, yes.
But wait, but Lindy says it's not just
So-
any church. This is the McDonald's church. It's Hillsong.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on,
I
it's
mean,
fucking that's McDonald's, bro.
those
Come
power
on,
churches
The
are just
merch? Oh my
the
god.
McDonald's of of religion. Come to me, like
Oh, you know the lyrics.
that's insane. No, but I mean, like a mandatory 15 thing. The thing is, it's like they completely. I don't think the whole. I mean, again, I'm not a religious scholar. I'm not going to pretend to think I am, or even make an argument. But I don't think tithing works like we've adopted it to work. I think it's like somebody went like, oh, like the Catholic Church in the beginning was, you know what, it does mention about, like, giving part. We can just use this, and they can give us money, and then we can get all
just
these
watch
gold
the
and cool
Righteous
things.
Gemstones.
There we go. Exactly. If you go watch Righteous
Just watch
Gemstones,
the
100%.
Righteous Gemstones, right?
I haven't seen that. I should see that. It's on my watch list. I should watch it. I should see that.
Oh,
RJ,
it's such a
15%
classic.
of nothing is still nothing. Checkmate, church.
Oh, that's funny.
Apparently, it was Walter. It was Hillsong. Apparently, don't fact check me. I'm just. Yes. Don't finish.
I know a couple of, well, not a couple, like three, more than a couple of people who have worked inside that organization, actually, on a local level, because they're everywhere. And it's the sort of anecdotal stories I've heard has been quite interesting. But the main theme is that there's a lot of money to be thrown around.
Yeah. No, there is.
I'd imagine. Any of these people have a YouTube channel? Because
well,
no, there's no like
Lindy
expose sort of vibe. These are just private people who in passing or through conversation have passed on these anecdotal stories. Like I can't confirm or anything, right? I can only go on what's been told.
No, but the thing with that is, like, listen, when you start making it mandatory, that's like, I think that's a step maybe a bit too far. I think it's like, now we're stepping away from,
and nothing gets done without tax money. So
no, of course, but I think it's like if you join like a church. I mean, if you're joining a church and they're going like, listen, it's like the entire concept that we have of it is, it's like, it's like you've taken away freedom. You've taken away that freedom, that willingness, like it's forced upon you, which is the difference. You've turned the church from, like, you willingly give. I mean, this is like this is repeated in the Bible. Yeah, exactly. It's that whole vibe of like give to people. It's not, you're not giving anymore. It's being taken from you. So the entire principle of being giving, you can't actually, like, it flips the principle upside down. So now you're not actually giving, you're being taken from, but you're okay with it. But it's like, so it's like it's like these principles are being like,
if you were to use a soft word, you'd say you're being forcefully compelled. That's still bad.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, it would be terrible totally. If something would happen to your soul. Hey.
No, but there we go. It's like yeah. Really, you guys gonna make this mandatory? Come on,
Gandolfini me?
Yeah, no. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm going like, okay, cool. But the thing is that, and this is what they don't seem to realize. If they've made it mandatory,
somebody's got to pay for those private jets, dog.
No, of course. All those white cars, that sound system, all those guitars, that massive band. I mean, bro, like, jeez.
I mean, the entertainment budget is huge. right? You got to keep people distracted, and people love singing songs.
Yeah. No, I mean, true. But I just think it's like, I think they haven't realized that, like, what they've done is they've maybe like on a philosophical level, they've changed a lot of the things there when you make it mandatory. And I'm going again, we're basing this on what Lindy said. Not that I'm saying Lindy is completely correct, but maybe there's a bit of finer print to it. It's like, okay, cool. Once you're there for maybe a year or something, even though it doesn't make it a difference, you still completely erase the principle of that. You know, it's like the thing that gets like what Jesus preached was not that. You know, and then you can make an argument, well, it's a membership, and like if you want to do this and we're helping the fucking world, I don't care. As soon as you put a gun to my head or you go like, well, you have to leave or give, then it's like, yeah, that's not, I don't think that's the house of the Lord and like the church of like this loving community, you know, like that kind of vibe. I don't feel that there.
Wrong movie.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, I thought it was in a romance. Nope.
That is weird though, that they make it mandatory. It's like it shouldn't be. Again,
mandatory
it's like
is a bit extreme. It seems
that is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, listen, it's got bills to pay, but it's like that. The idea of the church isn't to take the tithing in and then go like, cool. Well, the Dumini needs a new BMW. They need a nice house, and we need to add an extra wing on. The entire concept is to like go and to help the like correct community, and I think to help the direct community. And I think there was a statistic somewhere, and again, don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Are we
but
talking
there was
about
something
religion
like,
or the government again?
no, we're talking about churches. So like the thing was, a lot of these churches, it's exactly, you can't even tell the difference. But the thing, a lot of these churches spend about something like 90% of what they pull in, they spend on themselves. Like something like between 10 and 20% is spent on helping actually like the community and around. So it's like, okay, do you really need to like? Do we need to go where like what's that fucking show? I mean, that's just it's gone too far. It has.
You know what's crazy? if you were to take everything as equal, the best church will probably go broke helping people. So the most successful
Probably,
church
yeah.
is probably not the best, because you know
that's like that's the thing. It's like,
what are we doing?
No, 100%. It's like the government can't be righteous and steal money from you. Like it's just like those two things. Like they can't be good people. Government can't be a good thing if they're stealing money from you because they're taking it against your will, which is like in the Bible, thou shalt not steal. It's like, well, you know, we're the government. It's fine now. Like, no, fuck off. It's not.
Once again, none
Spoon's
of
going to
these
tell
things
me
would
I'm
be an
wrong.
issue if the money was used for the overall benefit. But like, you know, there's a leadership class. So monarchies, like Spoon has brought up before, you know, they're still very prevalent, obviously, in the background of the world, and they still exist. But like the idea of we live in a democracy is like this great concept. But the truth is, there's always a power structure, right? Isn't there? It seems. I mean, that's what it seems like to me, as in the lame, fucking uneducated
I think that's what you.
right?
No, but I think that you're making an actual valid point because it's like, because like even though we have a democracy, it's fake. We're kind of still have a monarchy. We just don't know it because we're still ruled by like
that anymore.
We call it something else. Yeah, it's a people in power. 200 years ago, it used to be the kings. Now it's like people who own shit and like are really wealthy, and they get to like, you know, the Rothschilds or like who the fuck ever. But it's basically the same thing. They're still in charge. We're like, you just don't know them now. They don't come out and they've got the fucking crown on and the ceremonies. But it's basically still the same, right? I mean, that's how I see it. Oh shit! Don. He dropped out
like, fuck
again.
these guys, I'm out.
Peter dropped.
Yeah. He's like, no, won't stand for it. No, he's back.
I thought he went to go start his Hubbly OnlyFans account.
Oh, there you go. Did I get a kicked off?
You dropped and then you came back, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know where it was.
No, it's fine. Spoon killed Peter. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it
The
just
iron
seems that
law.
there's in society there's always been some kind of ruling class. It's just the
There
nature
is,
of
but that's the thing. It's just like it's
the
always been
human
like that, right?
experience. Yeah.
I think, but again, it's like, and then this is what I when I had my first chat with Spoon, which was actually interesting, is going like, he points out all these things are going better. It's like I think we still kind of, if you really think about it, right? And you go like, you think about like a lot of the things happening in the background, you go like, well, it's kind of still like that, but we just don't know who they are because it's like it keeps them safe from like us going, because like the problem, this is obviously what kings sat around. They were like, they had a meeting one day, like a whole bunch of kings, like the king of France, and they were like, listen, you know what, the people coming to come take our heads off is not a KIF vibe. What can we do to sort of fix that? It's like, just why don't we rule and we don't tell them we're ruling? We create this thing called
Oh,
government, and everybody thinks that they've got a choice in the fucking matter, you know?
well, why are so many billionaires doomsday preppers?
See, that's a nice rabbit hole,
Like,
bro.
Why
I
would
didn't
you
know
be
that.
doomsday prepping
why not?
if you're selling this whole AI and technology and the world is going to be amazing and so much more productivity if people lose their jobs, but yet you're doomsday prepping for when those people lose their jobs and decide to get angry. You know what I mean? Like,
But what do you
what are
lose?
we talking about here?
But what do you lose if you got 4 billion and it costs you 500 million to prep a doomsday tent?
Nothing. Yeah.
What? I mean, you don't think about it, but you do it
Yeah.
anyway. Why not?
Just in
Well,
case. Be
And
prepared.
I mean, Iran was busy with their doomsday bunker. You know, like,
wow.
Well, guys, I'm just going to be back in 1 second. I just want to grab something quickly. Give me a sec.
no, look, the
Carry on,
thing is,
carry on talking, right?
if you just look at these, the super wealthy class preparing for the inevitable sort of what they perceive as like this chaos period in our world moving forward, you know, you have to kind of ask yourself, if you were so invested in the future and your children's future, well, they are invested in their children's future, but only their children's future.
Yeah, that's interesting. It certainly don't act like they do believe it. At least
Well, this
2
is the thing.
generations.
I'm already working on my
the
multitasking at the moment.
the
I'm
the, the
watching
nature
I'm
of
watching Whistler's stream plus
oh,
doing
nice.
this live stream. I'm commenting on his stream, and he's just on his stream. He's talking about let's bring over everyone to the live stream on the Mork Rock show. So he's telling everyone about the Mork Rock show
Oh,
while
cool.
I'm talking.
Is that why
We
you're
should
so
move back to
quiet, you
the inanimate.
bastard?
Sorry,
We should move back
I'm
back
trying
to
to
the
get more
inanimate
followers.
object
Missing it.
chat.
Hit like.
But yeah, look, I just find it interesting that that we're being sold this future that you don't really get a choice whether you want to partake or not. Society is in a place where your data is the most valuable thing to those who are going to understand how to use it against you one day. You know, and I just find it a very interesting concept. And there's no democracy in that.
But
Yeah,
don't you
you've got no choice on that.
when I'm kind of wondering when was the actual point when the choice was still available? I'm thinking the choice has just kind of been shifted into behavior or something like that.
Well, so the choice was kind of taken away from you the minute you said yes to the terms of agreement in any situation without reading the fine print and understanding what the fine print is saying, and also being smart enough to dig out the clauses where the fine print is trying to trap you. Because there's profit in all fine print, and you know that enriches the few. That's how I see it, right? From this, mainly the start of in my generation, from where I come from, the start of the smartphone and having to say yes to terms and agreements that people do not read, including myself sometimes, or in the past at least. But Jesus Christ, who's got time for that shit, right? So we've traded convenience for our privacy. And people are
Yeah.
failing to realize that the world runs on a data-based economy. It's more lucrative than gold. It is gold. It's binary gold.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're actually not wrong.
Well, it's just the nature of the world that we live in now. Like it's like we can talk about monarchies and we can talk about this and we can talk about that, but the truth is we should consider where people are trying to take the future to. And the tech people tell you what they want to do. They tell you that they want their AI models to take 50% of the jobs. That's what they want. They tell you that they're going to collect all your data and put it in a package and be able to score you so that you behave in a way that is suitable for them to not have to use their prepper bunkers, their doomsday bunkers,
Yeah.
right? And if you can't comply, then you will be the guy on the side of the road without the Yoko that everybody looks at and feels bad for, but also has this feeling of, at least I'm still in the system. You know, this in the background there, you kind of, you feel bad for people, but in the background, you're kind of like, and you know, you call it acknowledging your privilege in today's language,
You're
right?
doing both.
You get
No,
to
but this is-
acknowledge your slavery instead of rally against it, because your dopamine levels as a human being have been completely destroyed through these devices, including this screen that we're talking through. This is all just, there's just so much digital stimulation and noise, including what I'm saying. And people's brains have developed. The future generations are going to be different. I mean, we've already evolved from Homo sapien to Robo sapien. Because if you leave your phone at home, not for everybody, but for most people that are like running in these digital lives, you feel like you've left a limb behind. And there's a feeling in the back of your head of like, oh, what if I get this call or this text, or I'm not going to be able to use my two-factor, I'm going to have to turn around and go home and fetch it. You know what I mean? Oh,
I mean,
shit, I don't have a
like-
GPS to take me back home. What am I going to do?
No, but I mean, the point you raise is
Anyway,
like
whatever.
because
Let me go kill
I
myself.
think you're on the right track. Because I'm also thinking like a lot of times when people make this argument for like universal basic income, I'm going like, but like that's never going to happen just based on
Yeah.
the concept that we are like people are products, like not products, they're data. They're your data. Like the thing that's most valued is people having money. That's what, like, why would you ever just go, okay, cool, swap over to that? It's like it flips the entire system on its head. They'll never do universal basic income. It's such like a bullshit commie fucking like, you know, wish list thing of, oh, it could totally work. It's like, no, why? It would never fucking work
falls
in the history of
apart.
the world. No, it is.
The
It's
numbers
completely
just don't number up. I mean, even if you want, numbers just don't number up. You can't just Harry Potter your way into utopia.
Yeah,
You're gonna
if people have universal basic income, how are they going to buy everything that's advertised? The entire digital system is all about like Don Fully was saying now. It's all about trying to sell you a thing so you can buy it. It's like, okay, cool. Well, now everybody's got a limited amount of money. Okay, well, we can just post it to them or something. It's just like it won't work. I don't know.
Well, you know, there's a point to be made for it. Also de-skills the human experience, right? Because you don't know how to do something, you can go watch a video on how to do it, and you know that that's there. You don't know something, you can go look on the internet and you'll find it. However, you know, people, the flip side of this coin is if the internet were all of a sudden, you know, like a nuclear bomb hits a data center that is critical to the mass flow of data around the world. Like, I'm not 100% sure how all of these data centers are connected or whatever, but I'm sure if one goes down, certain other things will go down. Now you don't know how to plant food for yourself just to feed yourself for however long, you know, this new society takes. So then communities have to band together and work together to help each other, right? So, I mean, there's the positive aspect of that. But there will also be tons of negative crime, people like fucking, because people are nuts now. People are nuts.
Yeah.
And I know nothing about what I'm talking about. I think it's time for me to go to bed. Too much weed.
People are nuts. T-shirt.
But my concern is more about the future than the past. Like, and it's been like that for a number of years, and I've been following, you know, concepts like the singularity and concepts of, you know, because ultimately we now live in a tech-orientated world, and it's been like that for a long time. But people don't understand how much our brains have evolved. I was chatting to a bunch of people the other night who only know the world with the internet, and I'm obviously a bit
Yeah.
older than that, so I've seen another side. But then I was thinking about some of my friends' kids and the fact that they're probably going to grow up in a world where they only know the AI, right?
Yeah.
Like people only know the internet.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like,
mean, I
but
remember
it's
like
not.
the struggles of the internet of trying to download a thing and then waiting for. I mean, like that's not even a thing now. It's
My
insane.
mind is not open enough to see this glorious picture of a better humanity, like where people are working less and earning more and living their
Yeah.
creative dreams. You know, this thing that is being sold of like, no, but it's going to solve all these health problems. Like,
You
yeah,
sound
well,
like a
you know,
Star Trek.
cancer could have been solved a long time ago, but then Big Pharma wouldn't be able to make any money. You know, like, so what are we talking about here?
I mean, if you look at how people react just when load shedding happens, is like they shut down completely.
Right.
I can't function. I can't do shit.
Yeah.
And you've become so reliant on, like you said, internet, Wi-Fi, electricity. I mean, my God, like now, if I want to Google how to do something, you fucking Google it. You don't pick up a book and read it.
Yeah. No.
It's access in
Right.
your hand,
Well, you
and
can't
we've
even get
become so reliant. Yeah,
What are books?
I mean,
yeah. What is that?
But to
What
give
is it
credit
called?
to humanity for a little bit, to give credit to humanity, like you know, if you look through history, I think we've survived worse. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know. You know, throw what warm water on the cold ice. You know?
The ice block. No, but dude, it's true. No, it's 100% true. Like,
I happen to
but the
think that
thing
this
is,
is the coldest time in human history. But
no, I agree with you.
our bullshit. But woof, I'll
No,
trade
but I mean, think.
our bullshit for. I wouldn't
No,
trade
dude,
anything. Go ahead.
I would not want to live 200 years ago. Like, I would fucking not. Like now, like today, you can go. Like, I can now with like AI and Google, you can ask it anything. This is the thing. It's like if you think
Oh my
about it,
God,
the
that's
poorest
interesting.
people in the world, right? Like even like people who live in the most destitute situations in South Africa, right? Most people still have access to a cell phone. You can go if there's like an issue. You can Google something. You like 200 years ago, kings didn't have that luxury.
Oh, shit.
They wouldn't entertain. They had to have like a person come along and then act like a court gesture. Now you can flip through fucking channels, bro. Like you go, it's like
Yeah,
what
well,
DSTV on
a
my
big
phone is
reason,
like 59 rand. Like
a
it's
big
insane.
reason. Look, that is an interesting sort of argument, but at the end of for me personally, if I think about it back then, kings were way more protected, which is why,
Yeah, true.
because
No, of
people
course.
didn't have access to information. We literally know that the government takes tax money and misappropriates it for all sorts of things.
Yeah,
We know that, and we still do nothing.
yeah,
So what kind of people are we? People 200
yeah.
years
No,
ago
of
would look at
course.
us now and go, those weak
What is wrong with you? Yeah.
motherfuckers.
But
You know
No,
what I mean?
exactly. 200 years ago, they would be rolling up to the king's castle and going like, "Bro, we're
Yeah.
taking your head
And they'd
today.
also be,
Cheers."
oh, wow, I didn't know. I need this AI to make this poster.
I was just about to say I think
Okay.
we've become very lazy with
Mm.
AI, and I'm a culprit for it as well because like I've been using Grok just to type a text for me because I'm too lazy to type the text. You know, so like I think we're going to get to that stage where it's AI is going to end up making us lazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a comment here. Right? Let me just scroll up and find it.
Was it 104?
At Caleb Knight, a relative's child is too lazy to open files for modding games. He uses mod managers. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're all aware of, you know.
Jesus.
Okay, that's a bit much.
Well, but society is sold to us. I mean, they're like that. I can't remember Mork's phone number. I don't know it.
Yeah.
As a simple example,
Yeah, no,
you know
that's
what I
good.
mean? Like
That's a good example.
I've been reprogrammed in a sense to, and
I
that is
remember
what's happening to society. Like, And it's been a slow build, but the thing is, the technology is now growing exponentially, and the changes will come even more exponentially.
Reese says, I got into trouble because I charged the neighborhood kids £2 to watch a movie at my house on VHS. It was Chucky. Mom got so many phone calls.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
But there we go.
Entrepreneur right there.
It's like a
Spoon
capitalist
says,
right there,
with
right?
regards, Spoon says, with regards to the modding thing, that's not laziness, that's efficiency. And
Oh, there you go.
efficiency
Yes,
is
exactly.
promoted, but efficiency is promoted over your privacy and your own right to choose. I mean, I suppose you could choose not to do it, but if it's more efficient, everything is about efficiency.
Can one
People need
make
to
an
be
argument
more
that?
efficient.
Well, can one make an
Yeah.
argument that, okay, so you substitute to gain efficiency, but then you get more access to information, which gives you more autonomy to make broader decisions. So now instead of interacting with Mork simply on a phone, all of his social media. You can go, okay, just YouTube only, block the rest.
Yeah.
Efficiency. I mean, that's more efficient. You have more access, but more granular control.
I also
but
think
at the same time, I
it's
think
how you. Sorry, go for it.
No,
It's
go,
how
bro.
you. It's how you. I want to say use it. So, with the modding aspect, if you're using it for efficiency to make your life easier, I get that. It doesn't mean you're just allowing the modding thing to do it for you. I think it's how you utilize it. Like,
Right.
as much as, I mean, with like, for example, Mork, if he sends me a message, I'm too lazy to actually reply. I just type it in Grok and he gives me a response and I copy and paste. But if it's anyone else,
Oh, that's the only one who did that. Mork,
I'll get it to
specifically.
I'll put in information and I go, okay, no, this is not really what I want to say. Try it like this. But I think it's how you utilize it.
But
Yeah.
I hear you, but here's the thing, and I was having this chat the other day with the missus. It's more efficient because now, but the thing is, like, it's not like you've got more of that spare time to do shit, right? So, for example, if you had to use that in the concept of a work environment, like back in the day, you'd need 3 people to do what one person could do now because of the efficiency, like something simple, like sending an email versus a fax. It would take 10 minutes to fucking write it down, type it out, print it out, push it through the fax machine. Now it's like on your phone instantly. But now the thing is, you don't have that free time to kind of sit around now. You don't have that like a 10 minutes it used to take. You don't have 8 minutes now where you can kind of hang back. Now you're doubling your productivity, which is cool. And there's a myriad of cool things that we can do with that as well. It's like you get to do more things, right? But I mean,
well, there was a Chinese, or actually, I'm not sure. He was an Asian streamer recently who built an AI. He's got quite a big following. He built an AI avatar of himself, and then ran a 26 or 27 something hour stream, and sold like millions of products, like millions of yuan or yen or whatever the fuck's worth of products to the people who are on stream. And his fans, his parasocial fans, didn't even pick up that he wasn't on the stream. He wasn't even in the room. Like, he had completely left the room. He wasn't there. He had this thing on autopilot and he was just collecting
Holy
revenue.
shit.
So what are we like? It's
But see, that's
Spoon sort of argues here and he says he'd make an argument for we have too much freedom.
Yeah.
And there's an interesting thought exercise behind what he's saying there,
No,
because we do have so
think,
many choices, right?
Yeah.
But we also, in a way, have no freedom because we are digital slaves. We're just not willing to admit it to ourselves.
I think I get his arguments. Like, we have a lot of too many freedoms, but we have so many less duties. I think there's like nothing that is required of you. Maybe, I mean, probably that's an argument I would make. But yeah, I think it's like there's always the positive and negative of everything, right? Like, especially with the efficiency of it. It's like, because the thing is, what I noticed is like my wife does a like very intensive job where she's connected like and it's like she comes home and she's like, okay, like I can't. It's just like I've had too much of people. It's just you're doing so many things. So I mean, is there a correlation between stress levels? Because I mean that's got to be a factor. I mean, because like stress levels are higher than it was years ago. Because it's like you're doing a thing. So there is the positives. Like, is it good for your health?
Because you're
To be
stressed, you're going to
connected,
lose
to
your
be
job
so
to a
busy, to be
machine.
like, what?
So, a Spoon does say, or perhaps not freedom, but rather choices. And
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think we've got so many choices that you end
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
I mean, like you're at a shop
I
picking,
agree.
like
I can agree
you
with that.
just
Yeah.
can't make the choice of what you want.
No, we
because
are
there's so many
spoiled for
options,
choice.
and you're paralyzed.
And I mean, if you've got
Well,
money,
50 cereals, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
just give people 2 and make them healthy.
But
But
this is
look, that's
we were
not in the
chatting about.
benefit of. The thing is, that's not in the benefit of profit, right?
No. I mean, listen, I had this conversation with Spoon. I think it was last Monday. We were talking about I think we were talking about potatoes, for example. We were chatting about cooking, and it's like he's like obviously come back from Ireland. We're going like, yeah, it's like we have, like I watch cooking shows like Gordon Ramsay, and he's like, he's like a cooking video, and he's like, okay, cool. We're gonna make mashed potatoes. Pick these potatoes, and I'm like, what? What do you mean pick potatoes? Like pick?
Yeah,
What do you
I've
mean
got
pick?
one
There's
set.
more than. Oh no, you buy these potatoes. Like, what do you mean these potatoes? We have one potato. Over there's like 5 or 7 different varieties. Like, what do you mean variety of potato? Like, that's insane. It's like the choice. And I mean, like, South Africa, we're still, I mean, go to the store now. They're like, what, how many, like, 50, 60 cereals or 20 different cereals. In the States, it's like 100. It's insane. It's going like, okay, cool. I
Well,
understand why people are getting bored.
if you're in the States, and you want to be a school shooter, the conundrum of which gun to take is like, I think that's why they take so many.
But I mean, they always take the same one, right? It's always an AR-15.
Yeah, AR-15.
Standard. But with regards to choice,
Well, I mean, at
surely,
least we don't have that problem in Africa.
Yeah. That's school shooting. Well, we do have schools, though. Sorry, Peter, you were saying? You were going to say?
With regards to choice, surely the gravitas, it doesn't matter how much choice you have, surely the weight weighs in on the responsibility of the choice that is made. Like, you could choose whatever, that's the freedom, but if you can't be held responsible for the choice that you've made, or you have the propensity to want to have other people be responsible for your own choices. So that kind of limits the scope of choice. So yeah, we got social media, this choice. But you could choose not to sign up to certain platforms.
Sorry, my boy. Sorry, Tim. That was an accident.
I also think that I think he's got Peter's got a good point there, but I also think it comes back to the individual as well. Is if I know what I want, no choice is going to matter to me, because like I'm going in, I'm determined I'm going to get this and this. I'm not going to get distracted with anything else. I want to go get cornflakes.
Right.
I'm going to go buy fucking cornflakes.
You've kind of made
you're not going to
peace
find me
with
half an hour later in the aisle going, I wonder why I picked up Cocoa Pops.
But
so I think
that's
it comes down to you as a person itself. If you're set in your belief and you're not going to get distracted,
But I love this. I love this comment from Spoon. Once bullets become affordable, we'll have that problem too.
Yeah, well, Spoon, if you know the right cops, they're pretty cheap.
They're sometimes, they're pretty cheap. Yeah. Wait, what did I miss a comment from Reese? Someone's replying to Reese, and I didn't go. Wait. Matthew. Oh no, sorry. It's all good.
Well, at least South Africans, least we can laugh at the world and ourselves. There is that. There's this resilience-ness. This things have, when I say things have been tough, they haven't really been tough for me. So but when you look at how tough things are, then the fact that people can make jokes and laugh about it is quite astounding. And it's almost one of the only ways to respond to a lot of this stuff, the chaos.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the South African experience is the tungstonianness, just the toughness of the average everyday person. You know,
No,
Yeah,
it's true.
exactly.
It's
Yeah, people
100
make it happen. People are going about their business. If you're out in the streets, people
Yeah.
are fucking just moving around and doing the thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's fucking
we have
awesome.
Biltong and Brandy. We'll be fine.
Yeah, my bandwidth is bullshit. I'm good.
Yeah, see,
Exactly.
I think that's how you can start a world war here. Take people's booze and take their meat away. Take their biltong, bro.
Well, they
That's
took people's booze during COVID, and there was no
Yeah, they
world
made
fucking
pineapple.
war, nothing.
and that's what I'm saying. You have to do both. You have to do both. If you take biltong
Pineapple
and
at
the
the same
booze.
time?
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
O's
okay,
are
fair
still
enough.
making
If you take
pineapple. They were
both.
still making the pineapple fucking. I never did that though.
You never made a bathtub
No.
lager.
Bathtub lager.
Oh my God. I'm so surprised. I would love to see the stats on like
Well-
blood poisoning or something during.
I've put bubbles in the bath, but it was a different way of putting them in there. I made a kind of a beer with bubbliness, but you couldn't drink it. It tasted like ass.
Chardonnay.
Dude,
with all-
Matthew,
Wow, it's just 360, just all the way back to bums again, eh?
Yeah.
well, I mean, we got to insert the jokes wherever we can.
Yeah, we have to. It's just,
Sometimes we're up our own asses.
I think the worst thing for me during COVID was just trying to get some cigarettes.
but I can't believe we as a society just went, no, this is cool. We're fine with this. I was like,
No,
I was telling the wife every day, I was going like, today, I was like, today, come on, just O's riot, come on, fucking just do nothing. Nobody did nothing, and I was going like, and that's when I decided, you know what? I don't know, this like totalitarian, like, bro, no one's going to fucking revolt ever.
Well, it's not. You know, the thing that's sort of happened with the advent of all this technology and the spreading of it all is it's normalized the behavior of politicians. So when things like this
Yeah.
happen, we are apathetic and we go, well, we need to
Yeah.
believe in the government, because if you don't believe in the government, you don't want to be part of the rainbow nation, you know, or
Yeah.
the past will come back and bite us in the butt. It will all go back to,
Yeah.
and it's just like, no, we have become apathetic as people because
being
we are
guilt-tripped
propagandized.
into it.
Well, we've been propagandized, and I include myself in that statement. Like,
Yeah.
however, I will say when I found out 2 days before the lockdown, oh, there's this lockdown coming from China. Can you say that?
Yeah, of
I
course,
was
China,
like,
of course. China.
Yeah.
I was like,
November.
somebody came to me and said, oh, you better go buy some food and do some stuff. This is actually happening. The first thing I went and did was buy 20 cartons from 3 different spas in Marlborough Red. I didn't know they were. I didn't know that they were gonna. I didn't know that they were gonna ban smoking. But when I looked in my cupboard every day during that lockdown, I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, I was, Reese just said, yeah, she paid 2,500 rand. I remember it's like
so
maybe like a
much.
month, because I went and bought 2 cartons of cigarettes. I'd be like, I'll be fine for like, it can't be longer than a month, right? Can't be.
Can't be.
I can remember going, like, driving to some random place. There was this shop in Sea Point, bro, where like you go in and you just like, it's like, but it was like, this is the stage where it's like 150 rand, 200 rand for a pack of cigarettes. And you'd walk and you go like, you like do the wink, and he'd go like, yeah, cool. And then you just lift the gum up, and then like you just like, it's almost like he pushes the button like on Men in Black, and all the guns just appear. It's like, okay, I got this, and it's like, okay, oh, cool. Oh, you still got stars, Kif. I'll grab those. I'll have one of those. And just like, and then the worst part was I smoked more because like of being panicked, being panicked. I was like, okay, well, this is like, okay, cool. I'm try and weaning myself off, and it was the worst experience ever as a smoker.
What I found though, it was easier to buy drugs than it was to buy a pack of
Right.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
They already had a
No, it was-
pipeline. They already had like a
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Stick
technically,
like,
Darshawn, technically, Darshawn, it still is, because in order to buy smokes, I've got to leave my house.
No, dude,
We live in a wild world, gents. We live in a wild world.
you
It's entertaining,
improvise.
if nothing else.
Everyone was MacGyver for a minute there.
Fuck, I
Yeah,
remember
no, it
buying
was
those.
insane.
What is that cheap Calvera brand? Because I couldn't get my
dude.
brand. It
Yeah,
the
dude. What was
worst.
the thing? What is the main cigarette they had at one stage? Like there was something like, oh my god, like I could not get that fucking taste out of my mouth. I hated it.
Yeah.
I hated
Yeah.
it. Remember, but this is also the same thing. This like the cigarette thing is like, okay, cool. Like there was kind of a rational argument for it, right? In the beginning. Because we don't know. Like smoking and like, okay, cool. Well, you're breathing it out and could be okay, cool. Like, it makes sense. But then they were like, you know what? You can't buy a fucking pie. I'm going like,
Whoa.
Well,
how
don't
did
we
it,
open
like
sandals?
How do we?
yeah,
get to
like
that
with a
point?
sand. And I'm just
What
going
do
like,
you mean
wait,
sandals?
hold
You
the
can't buy
fuck on. Like you
sandals.
guys are insane now. This has got no,
I think
that's
that-
as soon as I
but think
realized
the
that I was
government
going
are
like
just
this is
making
dumb.
stuff up.
The
You know what I mean?
government said you
You
couldn't
know,
buy
the
hot
cigarettes
soup.
and the booze. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying that you couldn't buy hot soup. Remember that?
Yeah.
The government
exactly.
did. What are you talking
Look,
about?
the cigarettes and the booze, I understand, because by creating
Yeah.
prohibition, they opened a black market for themselves to bring in
Yeah.
revenue that was sorely needed to fund a lot of the bullshit that we were to be fed, right? The illegal cigarette companies and the fake cigarettes, they're all connected to people who can get them in. So it's connected to
Yeah.
political families and
Bro, it
you
was
know,
connected to Chlamini Zuma. That was literally connected to Chlamini Zuma. There was photos of her
that
with one
part
of
I
the main
understood. But the soup
dude,
and the
come on.
slippers and the
Yeah,
you know,
that
you
was just
can't go to
like
the beach and like, oh my god, they were just making it up. They were probably they were probably in a WhatsApp group, like going,
Oh,
oh,
for
how do
yeah.
I impress
RJs.
people
That's
today?
RGs. Remember the RG cigarettes?
Oh, that was the one. The
Oh,
RG. That was
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
fucking disgusting. No, I heard of a couple of O's that just they went over the border to Namibia, came back with a bucky load. They pay off the dude. Guy made R1 million in like over a 2-month period because he just went and bought a fuckload of cigarettes, came back, and then just sold it. O's were
Greatest
clapping it.
investment ever. Yeah.
God damn it.
No, because it's
Hey,
insane. It's
stage
just where I
5,
realized these
Tiger
people
King.
would.
Yeah, that was perfectly timed, Matthew Dixon. Tiger King came out at the exact right time.
Yeah, we all watched Tiger King. Like we was all locked up. We didn't have a
Ooh,
choice. We
yeah,
had to watch it.
look at that.
Yeah, 100%.
I just want to give a shout out to everyone that I see in the chat that actually smokes.
You guys are awesome.
And it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, if I couldn't get this, couldn't get that. Like, wow,
Oh,
you know,
man, you
represent.
here.
Well, I
Smokers
mean,
chat.
think about
Smokers
it.
chat.
Yeah.
Think about it. Weed and cigarettes have kind of swapped roles, right?
Yeah, no, that's
Years
true.
ago, if you were bust smoking weed, you had serious problems. Now, if you're bust in an alleyway smoking a cigarette, you're like, no, I was just paying off a hooker. I wasn't having a cigarette. I was just, you know, the roles have completely reversed. But now you can pop an edible at 11 in the morning and go, yeah, well, I've got
They're
anxiety.
all good. Go to work.
I've got to take my
Dude,
dog for a ride this afternoon. I need it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
dude,
it's
I think-
funny how the
and-
roles, how things have changed, you know, and that's
But I
the
mean, think-
interesting
think-
thing about. Yeah.
Think about the craziness of it is the fact that I know people who were expelled from school because they had weed on them. And that guy's like standing now going like, my whole high school career was fucked. I had to go to some boys town bullshit and then he's standing outside thinking this outside of the fucking, the dispensary, like the third dispensary on the same block going, fucking school, suck my balls.
I knew a guy who got busted with weed. Went to a Christian revival sort of.
Yeah. That's what would happen to you.
Oh man, came out and not the same guy.
I wonder what
Spoon. I don't smoke. Now let me tell you about my 12 bottles of whiskey.
You know what? That's see the one
is it
part.
whiskey, pineapple whiskey.
This is the one part that like I was quite like happy because like my obviously my my uncle's got a farm and I always make wine, right? So I was like, he was the beginning of COVID. He was like, do you want like a box of something? And I was like, I mean, not really. We didn't drink a lot of wine, but fucking why not? Just got a box. We used one bottle out of that entire box, the entire COVID. We just didn't care because we actually used it for cooking. I think we had half the bottle, just drank it one night. That was it. Only
Well,
because
if you were a true capitalist, you could have sold that for big bucks.
Ooh, that's like
laugh.
getting early Bitcoin, like in
that's like having wine at the beginning of COVID.
What are you doing?
Franco's got a good comment. He goes, when someone smoke a joint before work, it's cool, but God forbid I drink my breakfast whiskey.
Oh, the freaking judgment.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm driving trucks here. Like, it's not going to fucking do anything. Calm down.
It was the
are we
other
doing?
thing besides for Tiger. The other thing besides for Tiger King during COVID was the rise of Zoom. Oh my God.
Oh, heck.
Zoom was just all of a sudden this
Yeah.
little fucking, it kind of killed Skype, which was interesting.
That's
Sorry,
what I was just about to
thought
say.
of that
What
now.
happened to Skype? That's I
Talking
feel
about
so
COVID.
bad for Skype, dude. Like, I'm like, jeez,
Yeah,
poor Skype.
I don't. It was so shitty for a long time, and then suddenly, it suddenly wanted to be your best friend. You remember when you used to like close Skype and it just minimized, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to move it?
Yeah.
That for me was like, I'm done with you.
And yeah.
Close means close, I think.
Yeah. The government during COVID was a ridiculous prospect.
So wait, hold on. Do you guys think, listen, let me suggest this. Do you think after we just had this thing, obviously because Zoom wasn't around and neither was Teams, right? Who owns Teams? Microsoft. Who owns Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
Maybe somebody released, something from China because they wanted their software to be used.
Well, I mean, like everything he's ever produced on any Windows platform, it's only ridiculed with viruses. So I mean, it makes sense. What's one more virus?
I mean,
That's
that's the best conspiracy so far. Like, COVID happened just to give Teams, because if you think about it now, every single person I know uses Teams, and I'm just like, I fucking hate Teams. It sucks, but everybody uses it now. So I could make that argument that maybe we had COVID just because Microsoft wanted everybody to use Teams.
So are you suggesting that we wouldn't have had COVID if everyone just updated?
It's just use Teams. If everybody just, like, when it came out, you just use Teams, we would have, a lot of lives would have been saved. Just saying.
Update your Windows.
Because, by the way, everybody.
This might sound like a bit of a hot take, but
Go for it. We love hot takes. Moment of
no.
silence.
Well, I was just going to say it might sound like a bit of a hot take, and no disrespect to any people who passed away from COVID, but I definitely don't think COVID killed enough people.
Hashtag bring COVID back.
That's a lukewarm take.
Oh, there goes the fucking channel. You know what? Like, but you know the funny part is, like,
that's just
2 years
just my
ago.
2 cents.
No, but this is the funny part. Like, 2 years ago, my channel would be like completely demonetized because we even made a joke about it. That's the insane part of how people used to be. Just like the insanity of that. You know what I mean? It's nuts. But I mean, like, at the same time, I'm kind of, I don't know. Like, what?
No. Sorry, carry on. The same time?
No, I was just, at the same time, I'm thinking, like, what was my fucking point now?
We kind of flinched through it.
Sorry.
It was like, it was a really sort of messed up time. That, 18 months, 12 months?
Yeah, no, dude, it was insane.
COVID.
Oh, you just missed not having to talk to people and people actually keeping away from you.
It was the
That was like,
perfect thing.
Sean was so happy. He was going like, oh, cool. And the people aren't going to just stand on top of me. Everybody has to keep fucking safe distance.
Going to the shop, when you were allowed to go to the shop, everyone stayed away from you. And I loved it. I could.
And Sean loved the fact that having a mask on so people can't recognize him.
Yeah.
It's like, I thank God now people at the local store doesn't have to say hello to me and I have to have a 10-minute conversation with someone I don't like.
I even enjoy just walking around, like, just pulling faces at people and they wouldn't know. I would love it.
The important stuff.
Yeah. When someone came up to you, go, hey, Sean, no, 6 feet, dude, 6 feet, stay away.
6 feet, yeah.
Stay away.
Don't talk, you're spreading it.
Yeah. I used to, I miss that.
No, like, I think when we were like about 2 months in and I was like just reading a lot of shit and I saw how Yeah, I think it was the stage where we started doing the pies and the sand, and like you had people sitting alone in a car. I was going like, this is absolute horseshit.
Was there a
This is
particular moment for you? Like, did you?
you know what it was? I had a
You know what? I'm done.
no. It was when I had a conversation with somebody where I went like I got COVID. I think it was the 3rd month. I actually got COVID, and then after that, I was having a conversation with someone. Like at the same time, the mask people doing sitting alone in the car and all that shit. I'm going like, this doesn't. But when it actually clicked was when someone told me, "Is like, well, they were like, listen, have you gotten? Did you go get the shot?" I mean, because I didn't know. Like I already had it. No, they're like, no, you should go get it. I was like, wait, why? They're like, no, well, you know. It's, I was going like, wait, hold on. Like if you have chicken pox, you don't need to go get the thing for it afterwards.
Yeah,
You've already had it. It's done. It's like, and they were going, no, you have to. And I was going like, wait, hold on. This is an educated person I'm talking to, and they believe this. And I'm going like, okay, fuck this. This is just like, this is horseshit. Like the propaganda, even though it was serious, I just went, okay, no, this is cock. And then when I went and looked at the statistics for how many people have TB in the country, and I was going like, wait, hold on. That's higher than the people that actually had COVID. I was going, okay, wait, hold on now.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Why can't I buy
Numbers.
open-toe shoes?
Hold on. Who's coughing in the pie and then like open like what? Like I was more worried about like who made the pie if there's going to be COVID. Like you're putting like a hot thing. Like, do you know how heat works and germs, bitches? Like, just no, fuck me. I couldn't.
I think whatever's in that pie would probably murder the vid.
Bro, it's a garage pie, bro. There's no germ that survives a garage pie. Like, there's no way. You know what is it?
My favorite thing was when they started giving people shit for sitting on the beach. So you could walk on the sidewalk next to the beach, but if you put your feet onto the beach, that's when they lost their shit.
Yeah.
It was in Cape Town, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was Cape Town. Bro, it was insane. The funniest was the BLM moment where you had people on the news. Doctors came on and they were like, "Listen," they're going, "But what about it? It's like it's COVID, blah blah blah," and they were going, "Well, listen, it's fine for them to protest." And we're going, "Wait, what?" Like that? Just like there were doctors going, "No, it's totally fine." But you can't go see your grandmother when she's like on her deathbed because she might. Yeah. I was going, okay, no, like you people maybe a nuclear bomb isn't a bad idea. I'm just saying, maybe why not?
I love this.
There's so many of them.
I love that someone thought the virus had affinity for freedom of expression, so it wouldn't interfere.
You protest?
You go home.
It's gonna get.
Well, you better not misgender that virus either.
Yeah, no.
China.
Life could be difficult for you online if you misgendered the virus.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, dude, it was fun. I can't believe we came through that.
It's going to make a great mini-series.
Imagine telling your
to
kids
be
about that shit. Fuck, bro.
I mean, you could consider it a psyop to some degree, to see the global temperature of what people are capable of doing to their governments and how they reacted to everybody being locked down. You know what I mean? And if you look at different societies, I was watching riots in different countries and sometimes thinking to myself, yeah, South Africans, we fucking chill there. We're like, because somebody said earlier in the chat there, everybody had a hard-on for Cyril. And like, I kind of remember when the lockdown kicked off and we had these chats with Cyril, the first 2 times I was like, oh, the Cyril guy. You know what I mean? Like rosy glasses, rosy pink. The Cyril guy, he's being so cool in this time of stress. He seems like this leader. And then they were like, we're going to take this 50 billion loan from the IMF or whoever the fuck the loan is from. And then, and he specifically said, we will make sure that the money isn't stolen. And then the very next week, he was like, we're going to find the people who stole the money. And I was like, this is fucking...
Bro, it was
the best comedy. These guys should like put their names in a bucket for Kill Tony.
Dude.
We were swindled nicely. That was kind of hectic.
Yeah, I
no,
can't wait to
it's just fucking
tell
wild.
my kids one day. Fucking hell. What an insane past we had. Good Lord.
Well, I just saw this funny thing of this guy sitting with his kid, and he's like, "Do you want to hear what the worst punishment was when I was a kid?" And the kid's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "We had to stay indoors. We had to stay in a room." And the kid
The
is
kid's like,
like,
what? That's
"What do you
awesome.
what do you mean? Like, how is that a punishment?"
That's it. Yeah, but that's insane if you think about it, bro. That's I remember like going
Well,
like I'm
it's
getting
the nature
grounded. I
of
had to stay in my room
this.
with all the Lego and
This
everything. I was just like, I hate this.
this all goes back to what we were talking about earlier, is the reconditioning of human biology in the way
Yeah.
we operate, in the way we think, right? And there's an argument to be made that it's always been happening. It's the evolution of humankind and the way humans think or don't think, you know. But the bottom line is we get manipulated for clicks. We get
Yeah.
manipulated
Yeah.
Yeah.
for spending money, like, and I'm no different to anybody else. I'm as manipulated by the things that I see every day online as anybody
What
else. I do.
what sells what's yeah, it's a good question. What sales gets Don Julio going,
Yeah.
I think I want to buy this. What
Sneakers are a bit of an issue.
oh yeah,
Um,
sneaker guy. All right. All right.
sneakers are a bit of an issue. But other than that, I live quite a simple life because, you know,
Humble.
I had the bank
The
money like
Adidas.
everybody else. You know,
The
it's just
Adidas.
everybody owes the bank money in varying degrees. At least in
Yeah.
terms of just the everyday person, which is kind of what I am, right? Like there's some people who don't owe the bank any money or whatever, but the system is set up so that you have to owe some money to be able to participate.
No, that's true.
You know, like, and like, I mean, I remember when I was moved into my first flat and I wanted to get a landline. I couldn't get a landline because I had no credit record.
Oh
Right, I
yeah.
had no.
I remember that one.
So I had to go and
Telcom.
open an Edgar's account, if anybody can remember what Edgar's is. I
I
mean,
remember that.
we're going back to
Did you
BC
have to do
times
the
here.
minimum? Did you have to do the minimum purchase? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
you'd have to, and you'd
Buy
have to
like
have
a
2
socks.
months or 3 months of paying back some of the bucks, and then Telkom will be like, okay, cool. But having said that, that Telkom system, that whole system has been hollowed out now anyway.
Yeah.
You know, now you
True.
have digital, everything is about, and this is what they talk about, digital passports, digital ID. I mean, I've heard about, I haven't actually researched it, so maybe people in the chat can check this out. But there's a section of the Dubai airport that is set up for you to just walk through and not have to use your passport, as all
Oh,
your
wow.
details are there, your entire
Oh,
like facial scanning, all of that stuff is all
But
in place.
I've seen that
You
they've
know,
got that in Japan as well, where you like your like your credit cards are really linked to like your face, sort of the
Yeah,
when
your
yes.
iPhone.
when I was in Heathrow, when I was in Heathrow, when you're moving through and you're putting your bags through, unlike how we walk through metal detectors, there you stand on like this, almost like a scale. It probably is a scale. It's probably weighing you as well, and you have to stand with your arms out. I don't know if you guys have ever gone through Heathrow in like the last. I'm talking like the last
Years
month,
ago,
but
bro.
it's probably been there for a
No.
long time. And you stand with your arms out, you look straight ahead. You know, there's little pinpoints of how you need to position your body. And what they're doing there is just completely 3D scanning your body.
But like, isn't that
Possibly
like
with,
bad for you? X-ray, yeah.
well, it's not consensual, but you could ask them if that's what they're doing, and they're going to say no. But the truth is, the technology exists, so they are doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
it's
Spoon says that China's got that like so that faceless sort of connected to your credit card shit.
yeah.
But I mean, no, it's fucking madness, bro. It's madness where we're. I mean, it's good
Well,
and bad. I think.
Matthew Dixon says there, those guys who got RFID chips implanted into their hands with all their info and details scares me. So here's an interesting thing. 6 years
Yeah.
ago, maybe a little bit less, there was a company in Switzerland that their employees were implanting those chips so that they could use the vending machines within
Yeah,
the
and then
business and
entrance
unlock
and
doors. So
Remember that?
instead of
Yeah, yeah.
biometric doors, you had
Yeah.
these RFID chips, which was all of these things was testing the technology, right? Like human guinea pigs at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And if I think about it, I'm just a guinea pig of the technology generation. And technology, there's always been technology. It's grown exponentially, and what can be gleaned from the data about behavior is
Ooh,
where
that's the thing.
the money is,
Yeah.
because people are literally, in today's day and age, people with money who are invested in tech company are talking about pre-crime.
Yeah.
So basically,
Yeah,
hate
yeah,
to
yeah. That
bring
scares
up
the
like
fuck out of
this
me.
bad Tom Cruise movie, but if you listen, they are telling you what they would like to do. Like same as politicians. If you listen to politicians properly,
Yeah.
they're telling you what they are planning on doing. You know what I mean? Like, why would you write something into law unless you were planning to use it at some point? Sure, they can
Yeah, of
placate
course.
you now with like, no, but we'd never. Well,
Yeah, we never do
and
that. Sure.
this is where it comes back to the concept of like the weed and the cigarettes, right? Back then, weed was this terrible thing. Now, cigarettes are a terrible thing. Well, what if one day on a digital platform, you had written about this great love affair because you were really stoned and had this awesome Nachi, and you wrote about this Nachi in such a loving and affectionate way. And then all of a sudden, 20 or 30 years later, Nachis are Nazis. Whoops, there goes the money. And
Yeah.
now all of a sudden your grandkids can't get access based on your digital footprint
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
versus your carbon footprint.
Dude, see, this
Like
is
it's just a thought exercise.
no,
I
no,
know
no.
it
Like,
sounds super dystopian and blah, 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 blah. But if you listen to the tech bros and you go watch the TED Talks
yeah,
and you listen to these people giving their conferences on the updates of their technology, then this is what people are trying to build. Like, I didn't watch the Terminator and go, ooh, I want to build a fucking robot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But other kids did.
Elon did. Yeah, Elon's like,
Yeah,
well, this sounds like
Other
a cool
kids
idea.
totally did.
I was about to say, what are your thoughts on the neurochip? Because that's exactly
That's
what
it.
I'm
Well,
talking
Yeah, dude,
he's just given an update now. Like 2 days ago, he was talking about the progress of Neuralink and how
about.
they're basically trying to sort of get it to a point where our output and our input can handle all of this information. Like, but as human, it's a very interesting
but I mean,
concept because this is where it's going, right?
Don Filio, what was that? Remember that documentary? I think it's probably like 5, 6. It's probably 6, 7 years old now. That Social Dilemma. In the Social Dilemma, they were already telling us back then. They said they had the technology to, like, they would recommend products based on they could figure out your behavior. Everybody's like already partitioned in. Okay, well, this is something that appeals to this person. If this person watches this, they now know if we send this video to them, they're going to watch it. We know that if we send this kind of product to them, they are going to buy that because they can work out an aggregate. And even if you fall outside of that sort of that golden zone, it's going to work for the thing. So this is what we sometimes talk about. I go like, who the fuck answers? How do call centers make money? Because if there must be people, they're working on aggregate. So if they've if 10 people out of 100 are answering the phone, it still makes sense for them to invest money into call centers. That's why they still exist, because they're still making money out of it. It's like, this is just, I mean, that was 7, 8 years ago. Like, what have they been able to do since then? Like,
It's 7, 8 years ago that we found out they'd been doing it for a couple of years prior to that. That's the scary part for me. Like,
that's the scary part, dude.
Somebody dropped the bomb. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
They've been doing. Well, they're probably doing it for like 10 years. I mean, like, how long? Like, Microsoft, these places, they were out there years ago. Facebook. I mean, how long has Facebook was around since like 2020, 2004, 5, right?
2005, 2007, 6. Yeah, I think
2007. I mean, the Social Dilemma came out in 2018 or 2017, somewhere around there, 2019 or some shit. I'm like, bro. And that was after like 10 years of them doing this shit. It's like,
refining.
why? Yeah, no, exactly. What happened to Don Fulia now? Darth Shawnee, you still watch? You're watching Whistler.
No, I'm listening to you
Oh, yeah.
guys. I'm like, all I'm
Oh,
thinking
okay.
to myself is I want to go shower.
Yeah, no, I think we've there we go, Don Julio. Yeah, I think it
just
is
got shut
getting a
up.
bit late.
Anyways. Yeah, let's.
It is getting a bit late. I need to also go have dindo, and I've got work in the morning. Guys, it was awesome. Peter, where can
Yeah.
people follow you on X?
Yeah, you can follow me at Solid Game on X. I'm trying to
Where's
be a
that
lot
YouTube
more
channel?
active. And that's another thing I kind of get.
Come
trying to get-
on.
You're the second person to call me out on that this
You can
week.
do
trying
it.
to-
No, you can do it, dude. I'm not going to push you. Like, do it at your
Yeah.
own time and your own pace.
Fair
But
enough.
do
The
it.
fuck that! Hurry
You're
up!
awesome.
Get it done with. Let's get it up and running.
I'll get it done if you're a guest of mine. One of my first
Of
guests.
course.
What do you think? All right, we can
Like,
talk.
what are you talking about? Of course.
We can chop it up about
Represent,
pop
guy.
culture. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But please do go follow Peter. Peter is an absolutely awesome good sir. With Darth Sean, you can follow him on X. It's the only place he's at. And then Don Julio, he's
Don't follow me. I don't want you to fucking follow me. Leave me the fuck alone. Stay out of my fucking life. And I'm gonna go kill myself. It was fun, boys. Thanks.
Listen,
Let the
nobody's
robots
actually going to do
come
that.
and
He's
let
just
us be
joking.
Live
happy.
stream it though.
Yeah, listen, if
that?
anybody from YouTube's listening, that was just a joke. He's not really talking about,
Oh, yeah,
like, he's
Was
not going to, he wasn't.
All right, boys. Thanks, man. It was awesome. I'm out. Cheers, chat. Thanks
Yeah.
for the
Wait,
fun here. I enjoyed it.
Don't log off here. Just wait 1 second. I just want to do the ending, and then I can say bye to you afterwards.
Cool.
Guys,
100%.
chat,
John,
you guys
do
are
what you want to
absolutely.
do.
Oh,
Thanks. Thanks, Dr. Noel.
thanks, chat. You guys are absolutely awesome. Come check us out on Thursday night. Everybody, you're all amazing. We'll see you Thursday night, 7 o'clock. No idea what we're talking about. Well, we'll be here, and see you guys again soon.